the send-off that you wrote is worth repeating in case not everybody got to... that you wrote is worth repeating in case...
Yeah, do you want me to, narrate that bad boy, or...
if you want, otherwise I was just going to read it real quick. If you want to take the reins on it, sure. So
I think you got a much nicer voice than
okay. Wait till I get a good microphone like Salem, and then everybody's panties going to fall off every time we play Dungeons and Dragons. All right.
Oh yeah, you're going to melt.
Man, his microphone. I think about his microphone all the time. All right. Duskin's steps were slow, unsteady. Each footfall caused a small grimace of pain to crease his pitted face. The victory was hard fought, the adrenaline still keeping the others energized. It wouldn't be very long before the thrill ran its course, and they would succumb to the need for rest. Even they knew it, behind the relieved smiles. They kept a brisk pace in heading to the chosen spot to camp. All except Larionis. Under normal circumstances, Gyoza and Marcus would have noticed and slowed the pace, but a sense of eagerness to return to the wizard's sanctum sped them along. So Duskin, with his slow, pained steps, found himself keeping pace with Lars, who seemed grateful for the company as he moved his stiff limbs with what looked like a little pain mixed in with the effort. Lars seemed hesitant to speak much, as though the inside of his throat hadn't yet fully recovered from his stony transformation. So Duskin, despite the fact that it pained him just as much, filled Lars in on the events of the past couple of days. He began to talk as if the words couldn't stop. He told Lars everything about giving in to the temptation and stealing the emerald, the shame he felt as he did it, encouraged by Melissa's urgings, but knowing that he wanted the excuse. He needed the money, needed to save her, his daughter, not Melissa. He needed to, had to, Duskin realized he was rambling. Lars silently nodded, said nothing, just reached toward his belt and pressed his money pouch into Duskin's hands. "I'll tell them," Lars said gently, "when you're gone. I'll let them know you took your share because you had to leave." Lars also took off his signet ring and handed it to Duskin. "Take ship, elven ship, to Evermeet with your daughter. Show them the ring. Tell them to take you to House Ravane. Tell my family. Tell them what's going on in this world. That I may have found it, but that I need to stay. They'll care for you both." Duskin stopped, taking a moment to let the gravity of the offer sink in, to have Evermeet's elven magic at his disposal for his daughter. When they reached the campsite, Duskin spent the first few minutes gathering his things. While his wounds and the pain meant he wasn't nearly as adept as he had been just earlier this day, he nonetheless had no problem using sleight of hand to slip his magical gloves into Marcus's backpack. Gyoza could shift into any number of animals. Marcus could use the help in climbing and swimming. After a short reverie, Duskin took Ias aside. They spoke quietly for nearly an hour. Having made their plans, said what they needed to say to each other, Duskin prepared to take his leave. He just needed a few minutes with some paper and ink. During the middle watch, Duskin gathered his things. He approached Lars, nodded to Melissa in passing. Silently, he handed Lars Hellraiser, patted him on the shoulder, and made his way to the exit room. Lying on the floor next to the curled-up and sleeping form of Salem Ambereye was a sheet of parchment. Upon it was a drawn image of Duskin twirling his mustache. All right. So a bittersweet send-off for a amazing character and great player who had to leave us because of medical issues, and we wish them a super fast recovery and all of that good stuff. I thought long and hard about it. I think moving forward, I heard from Karak Boragash, his player. He wanted his character to, let's be honest, not die in this potentially deadly boss fight, so he has volunteered to hang back and protect the rear of the party.
Really valiant.
Yeah, that kind of blends well with Duskin deciding that he needed to go. And Ias is not about to let this injured dude that she has feelings for wander the valleys of the Black Mountain unprotected in the state that he's in. and even protected by a half-dead 80-year-old geriatric half-orc, not going to be enough. So the three of them are going to temporarily part from the party, with instructions that they will meet everyone back in Silvery Moon. So that leaves just the 5 of you to finish this thing up all by your lonesomes. No pressure. All right, before we jump into tonight's adventure, is there any other preparations do we need to do, or... Anybody?
None for Lars.
Okay.
Well, it's 5 of us then. Has it been Has it been 2 weeks since I initially paid? I'm just curious.
Oh yeah, I'm very sure that you guys have been journeying for at least 2 weeks, because you spent the first week just wandering around the hills outside of Phandalin.
Yes,
yeah,
very true.
And then you spent like 3 days traveling just to Westbridge. Then you hung out in Westbridge for like 3 or 4 days, and then you traveled like 3 days to Yartar, and you hung out in Yartar for like 3 days.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Then you teleported over here, and you've been doing this for about 3 or 4 days. So yeah,
you were a troll for like a week.
Yeah. So she's definitely put in the initial work that was hired for her. So are you? Oh, okay.
But Marcus, your dedication to ensuring that a contractor keeps their word.
Absolutely. All right, so a couple things to tell you, so nobody gets startled tonight. You can see each other's health bars now. The limitation here is you will not be able to see like beast form health bars or summon monster health bars or anything like that, but you can at least see each other's health bars. So that should cut down on the "how hurt are you? If this was a board game, I'd have 4 hit points left" kind of thing. Also, just like in Game of Thrones, they did a recasting, and they even got the same actor that they did the recasting for Game of Thrones. So Egan is now being played by, I can't remember this actor's name, but the art has been swapped out. So if you see this guy, don't get confused. He's not a shapeshifter or a changeling.
He washed his face, and it just looks a little bit different after cleaning all that muck off.
Oh, fair enough.
And his hair colored, I think.
Yeah,
right?
definitely
He washed
changed,
the mud out of it.
Yep. Yeah, he feels cleaner.
In one of the sarcophaguses was a Just for Men kit. Yeah, so he kind of dyed it up during the long rest. So
Dollar Shave Club delivered to the dungeon.
Absolutely. So let me put you guys back down in the dungeon. Your intention after that fight against Udikin was to try and get in a full-on long rest. Is that correct?
That was the intention.
Okay, so you have recently long rested. So this is going to be one of them long-ass rests where you're pretty much just kicking it for, God, I want to say almost a full day of just like laying there, resting, doing downtimey type stuff, reading a book, shooting the shit, that kind of thing.
Lars is doing yoga to stretch himself out and get limber again.
Yeah.
Oh, then I guess Gyoza's working on the potion.
Okay.
I wish we clarified that before I already gave my character the benefits of a long rest. I know it was in the 40s.
Oh no. You'll gain a long rest, but I'm saying you could only long rest every 24 hours.
Yeah.
So you guys would I'm just telling you, time-wise, you would be hanging out for more than 8 hours. You'd basically be spending a whole day resting after the Udikin fight.
My issue is just that I don't want the gnome. I got it right?
Yeah, since
I don't want the gnome and Melissa to be
They left
around taking any rods of Oh, they left?
I thought Melissa was with us.
What?
And the gnome was missing.
They're both alive, man. They were both in that fight.
Yeah, I was like, they're both there. I was gonna say.
I thought at the end of last session you said, they said that they were like, okay, I think your words were, okay, I think we've done enough to fulfill our contract. We're going to leave.
No, I think
wow,
that was
really?
something else.
I'll say I had the impression they were gone as well.
Okay, no. I mean, Gyoza has a elephant memory, so I'm definitely okay with that. As it is, then they will journey back to Silvery Moon with the others, because there is safety in numbers. So I'll get them out of your hair. So it really is just the 5 of you. Oh man,
It's scary, right?
yeah. Now I'm nervous for you.
There goes my plan to use the gnome as a living shield.
Yeah, I wasn't nervous before,
Huh.
but now I'm really nervous for you.
You can use me as a living shield.
But I like you. You're not a gnome.
I'm sure it'll be okay though. All right. All right. So I'm gonna put you on the teleporter right outside the room, and then we'll start.
Is Egan 3'6"?
He is not. He's
Okay.
not. No.
You never can tell by the icon.
That's true. That's true.
Well, I
Wow,
mean,
this is
Sales
this is the
icon
smallest
below.
party I've seen since the last time I ran Hero Quest. No, actually,
Yeah,
I
this is,
think they had an NPC on that one. So yeah, this is the smallest party I've seen in a long time.
This is modest.
All right, I'm hitting the F key for respect right now. Amen.
It's
Yeah.
the most wonderful thing. F for respect. Oh crap.
All right, I'll just rebalance it on the fly. It'll be fine. Okay. Take it away, guys.
Well, you could, I can always play in super strategic mode. I've been toning it down.
Sure,
bit.
sure.
I can cheese everything.
If you take pride,
Progress.
if you take pride in cheesing 5th edition D&D, again, it's like beating special needs kids at basketball. You know, like whatever makes you happy.
Well, I'd hate for you to have to rebalance everything.
Oh no, it's all good. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens.
All right, so we still got one room to check out, so let's head that way.
Yeah.
And is Egan still wearing his glowing wig?
Yeah, it lasts forever.
That's up to you.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I think I'm the only one I can't see.
All right, so let me turn light source onto your new miniature. So you went to all the trouble of dyeing your hair, only to put your
Platinum Prince Adam
yeah,
wig on.
Prince Adam wig back on. Here we go.
I guess during that long rest, I'd
There
like
we
to
go.
have talked to Lars and asked what it would have been like.
Oh, to
being
be a
ro-
statue, yeah.
Yeah.
So that is actually one thing I've never had determined before. Was the brain still going? Or
Yeah.
did it just seem
So
like a flash?
it's sort of like being in like a coma. You're aware of what's going on around you, but everything is like just slowed down. Like you're just super slowed down. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll explain that it was definitely not a fun experience because being able to like even just see the rest of that fight without being able to contribute and help. And then when I saw Egan and Carrick coming in, I had no idea if they were friend or foe. And, couldn't warn you guys. And also, things got a lot dimmer after Egan took the
Oh, that's right.
the wig off of me. Though my vanity was okay with that. All in all, it was pretty terrible though, and would not recommend it. And still not quite sure how I feel about the whole thing. Still getting over it.
In the future, if that ever happens again, if you ever want me to change anything about the way you look or anything like that, I can always use like stone molds or stone shape. If you, I'm just like like a.
If
you want to change something about you.
If I get petrified again, I will be very displeased if I come out with your face.
Whoa! I don't know about that one, but no, I just thought I would mention it. Like, I don't know if maybe you're on the run from somebody. You seem like the type who might be on the run from somebody. And then
it sounds like you just came up upon like an amazing like fantasy underground economy kind of
yeah, like
criminal underworld.
like a black market plastic surgeon would petrify you and reshape you so nobody recognizes.
That seems very expensive because of the whole greater restoration part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but really, yeah, that's why it would be black market. Only
Mm.
the
Just
real
gotta mark it up a
seedy
little
types.
bit.
Organizations like the Zents, though, who would employ the magic in order to further their own gains. That is.
I mean, there's a precedent for it. They had to reaffix a statue's boob once before they turned her back into a person. So,
Marcus, I'll say this: I am intrigued by your suggestion. I'm also a little concerned. The way you think.
I mean, it's more of like I'm just kind of like explaining it to myself, and Marcus is gonna go ahead and jot that down with a with an ink pen on the back of a scripture for later.
okay.
never
Yeah, I mean,
thought
that's
of
not a
it.
bad idea.
Yeah,
You could be the
so-
flesh sculptor.
Exactly.
We could offer like a beleaguered NPC, like essentially a witness protection kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
A
god.
lot of
we could
potential.
become The Illuminati.
Just focus on your margins. Whatever you charge, you just got to make sure you're hitting your margins.
Exactly. I'm looking for a margin probably around at least 30 plus.
There you go. That's all.
Are we gonna wait for Amberi's player to get here before you figure out whether he's Salem or Amberi? guess.
Nah, I'll just
I
roll
guess
it
it
real
doesn't
quick.
really.
Yeah. Because, like, it's a tricky situation. Like, I want him to get here, but that would mean that the date didn't go super well. And if he misses it, it means the date went super well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Cue slap bass in the background.
Man.
Yeah, so, let's see. I got his character sheet right here. Let's see. It's charisma save, though. He's got +7 to his charisma save. Ooh, okay. So, yeah, this would definitely be Salem the cat, is who wakes up after the extended long rest.
Oh.
Yeah, so, Salem the cat seems, I would say, not so much confused about still being in this body, but there's definitely a little bit of a system shock when he comes to in this body. And there's sort of grumbles of, oh, this body still. It will have to do. And then he'll kind of look around and see everybody's, gone. And he'll be like, you there, Marcus. What happened to the others? And then he's going to pick up the little drawing, and he's going to say, like this guy.
Mustache man. Yes. He's we parted ways, Salem. And he went apparently he had better things to do.
Is this your way of trying to tell me that he died without hurting my feelings?
Nope.
Because I could take it.
No, he's alive. He's only half dead. He's alive though.
He just didn't want to hang out with us anymore?
He had to care for his family, Salem.
Oh, like my egg. And he kind of looks around for his egg. Who has Salem's egg, by the way?
Salem
I think-
has Salem's
I think he
Okay.
has his own egg, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to poke around and then produce the tiny snake egg. It's actually, none of you are trained in nature, so why am I saying it? It looks like an egg. And he he puts it back in the bag. All right. He's ready for whatever you guys need to do.
Well,
Alright.
I guess we've got some undead, I guess, to kill, right? Or
Yeah.
something
And
like that.
I'll summon the owl. I'll summon Doctor Who.
I
Okay.
wonder if we're gonna have the actual final boss ready to fight here.
Yeah, Lars
All
is
right.
going to. I'm assuming. Yeah, after being filled in, he's going to take out his bow and kind of. He's inclined to stay near the rear, but realizing now that Duskin's no longer with us, he's going to ask if anybody wants him to scout ahead.
Well, I've got an owl that can do it without, getting turned into a zombie.
Lars will definitely appreciate that.
All right.
Well, nothing here.
With the passing of Udikin, the catacombs of the tomb seem particularly quiet and empty. Yeah.
I'm gonna yell, "Hello!"
Yeah, and it definitely echoes and reverberates through the chamber and down the various hallways. You feel that if there was something that was attracted to noise, you would have definitely drawn its attention.
Nice. Hope that dragon can't get in here.
All right.
Well,
Up ahead, you see the pools of mysterious liquid. They are still glowing, but the intensity has definitely died down in the 20-odd hours that you have been resting.
does it look like those pools would still be as?
They look dead, pretty deadly. I wouldn't recommend jumping into them.
Don't drink the water.
Yeah.
Egan's thirsty.
You don't drink the water at the resort. It's the
If
first
you
rule.
wanted to go like full science nerd, you could try to take a sample, I guess. That would probably be sleight of hand would probably be the best way to do it, unless you had a more clever way to do so. I would also accept poisoner's kit proficiency. Those would be the two proficiencies that would be most appropriate.
Would I be able to glean anything off of this with like a religion check, maybe, or since this is like something regarding like necromancy, undead? I feel like it's...
anyone with training in religion or arcana could certainly try to make sense of what was going on here.
All right, here comes a sub 10 roll. Are you ready?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's not
That's
bad.
Not the word.
It's not bad. All right. So basically, what's going on here is the room itself reeks of foul magic and unnatural decay. There's this large pool, stone bridge goes across it. You imagine that when the tomb was initially built, this was just sort of a water feature, perhaps, but it was converted into the cesspit of necrotic death that it is now by Udikin's magic, more than likely by whatever that shard was in his chest that seemed to sort of power him up. With his defeat, the magic that was controlling the different undead seems to have faded, and slowly but surely the liquid in this room is returning to a more natural state.
Lars is going to just investigate this statue. He hasn't seen it before, so it's like
Sure.
caught his eye.
Yeah. So this statue seems to be similar to the one that you saw when you first came in, where there were the two statues, one of the super like Conan / Hercules looking guy, and one of the discount werewolf looking guy. This is more of the Hercules, Conan the Barbarian looking guy. And in this particular pose, he has a massive, like, cudgel, like a two-handed cudgel, and it is placed in front of him with both of his hands resting on the haft of the weapon, if you could kind of picture the pose there. And he's just sort of standing, almost heroically looking straight ahead.
Almost like on guard.
Yeah, it's more like welcome to the Hall of Justice League kind of pose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like those are his arms, you know what I'm saying? And there's his head. Right? And there's his legs. and then the cudgel, being as big as it is, it goes like that. So you got that kind of thing going on.
That's quite that. That's the image I needed right now. Yep.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
he's churning butter. But mostly it's just a welcome to the Hall of Justice pose.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not like fancy gleaming emeralds for eyes or
No.
stone.
I love heroic maps, but they're not 100% photorealistic to each adventure that we're using them for. So
All good.
Gotcha.
Okay.
yeah.
Did we ever go south here? I think we only went north.
Yeah, but I think it.
I don't
just
think you
curves
can
around.
go south. Yeah.
I think it just curves. It looks like it just curves around to the same place.
Oh, you can go south.
But,
Why don't we just go south this time?
It, well,
Sure.
we already went north. I mean, the south.
I don't know, Gyoza. I think this might go somewhere else.
Is there a slope or is this even ground?
What? Oh,
Yeah,
this?
is there a slope? Yeah.
No. It's even ground. What do you think? Like a boulder would drop down after all the stuff you went
I don't
through?
know.
That's crazy talk.
Until I saw the rubble, I didn't really know if I believed Duskin on it, but yeah,
All right, who
So-
wants to race down the hallway?
So when, I mean, okay.
I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood.
I would stop there. So I don't know if you were joking or not, but last time when I triggered a trap on the other side, so I don't know if we want to.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, upon telling Lars that, Lars is immediately going to stop,
Okay.
and he's going to do the whole rogue half-speed, alert, looking around dealy.
Yeah, I just stop in case
Unless
I'm
that
on
was
like a
just
pressure pad
the,
that like deactivates when I lift off of it. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
stay where.
No, I don't. He doesn't really joke like that.
Okay, all right.
He wouldn't say make a saving
yeah,
throw.
saving throw. Yeah.
No, it was a
Activated the trap,
legit.
make a saving
Yeah,
throw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was a
the trap.
legit
No, you
saver nut.
you legitimately set off a trap and then you
Okay.
managed to make your save. So
Okay, so yeah, FYI, that happened. All right.
Yeah. Lars is going to peer at this thing, because I noticed, I know the map's not always photorealistic, but there's that nice little sudden, so...
sure. I mean, that is a telltale indication
Oh
that there
my
was some
God.
interesting construction.
Guys, it's just stone. It's nothing to worry about. It's just
Yeah, I mean,
Ah,
yeah. It could have just been where the
Alright.
tiles didn't fit together just so. I
Just-
don't know.
just in
I tell
case
you
I'm gonna
what.
jump over it, like not touch it.
Okay. I mean, the rules of symmetry do come into play at a certain point, but I mean,
Well, hey guys, how about this? I've got a bunch of stuff I could send down the hallway.
Okay, well I'm not
I
moving
got a
from
bunch
this
of
spot
stuff.
then.
I can send the owl down.
Okay.
I mean,
I can send some wolves down.
Oh wait,
You don't have to
Lars.
body check it.
oh never mind. I was thinking something, but you can't do that.
All right, so I'll send Doctor Who down the hallway and see if anything crazy happens.
Okay.
all right. As soon as he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
The owl?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oof. Okay. So he immediately stops flying. Falls to the floor. Takes three
Something
points of
happened to
damage.
Doctor Who. He takes 3 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay, he's gone. He has
Okay.
1 health.
All right.
Bam.
Very briefly, you saw an illumination of light. Oh man, look at that quality ass circle I drew with my mouse. I ain't going on America's Got Talent for that one. All right. So yeah, as soon as it entered that general vicinity, there was a flash of purple light, and he just stopped moving, and fell to the ground.
Okay, guys. So I've only got 1 wild shape left, but now we can move down this hallway as well.
Why do you only have 1 wild shape?
Wait, yeah, you long
You have a
rested.
long rested?
Because it takes me a wild shape to summon.
Oh,
Dr.
that's right.
Oh, you.
Um,
Oh.
Well, don't worry. He already tripped the trap. The owl did. So I'm just gonna
So should Egan go in
walk
front
through.
at all, or do you like? I can't see anything, so I have like the light blurring everywhere. But
Oh, do you not have fire?
no, yeah, I'm saying like
Oh,
we'll be
okay.
literally letting everybody know I'm coming. If
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
you are the
making it.
only light in the darkness. Gotcha.
So,
It's
but-
probably fine.
okay.
Yeah, he tripped the trap.
Okay.
Yeah.
You kind of take a deep breath. You feel your scrote tighten up a little bit. You walk into the danger zone. Nothing happens. Okay. All right.
Alrighty, easy.
At which point Lars will then follow.
Okay then. Well, that was colorful.
Guys, don't tell Carrick I was scared.
All right.
Sarcophagus.
Got it, buddy.
All right. Yep. I hate to be a grave robber, but it's been
I pull out my crowbar.
You'll notice that Lars is specifically like not taking anything from tombs unless it was, we were told to in the pumpkin spice dungeon. And in this one, he will definitely take that staff if he finds.
Okay.
I'll help if help is needed.
Oh, well, I already got advantage on it, so you get next try.
All right, go.
16.
All right. Yeah. You pop the top on yet another sarcophagus. Inside there is the semi-mummified remains of a lovely human ? They're dressed in sort of ceremonial furs and whatnot. In addition to that, they are wearing a black lacquered suit of scale mail armor.
That looks very fancy.
And they are wearing jewelry that is worth 13 gold if you were to take all of it and sell it.
Be sure to track this in treasure. Guys, I'll take Salem.
Well, then I would like to be very, very careful as I begin removing all the stuff off of this corpse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'll say to the corpse, it's for a good cause. I promise.
Yeah, if it starts moving, I'm stabbing it a bunch. So I guess if you want me to ready that.
So the campaign I run on Mondays, if you grave rob, you get cursed by the gods and you just die from starvation. It's like straight Stephen King's Thinner. Like you just lose weight until you die. It's crazy. Yeah. What a difference between the mercenary filled hellscape that is the Forgotten Realms, where they got no respect for the dead.
Absolutely.
All right, you crack open the other one?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Ooh, with 21, no problem. So you open this one up. It contains another mummified skeleton. This one's a little bit beefier. She, ? Is dressed in a courtly gown of deep orange velvet. It has obviously been cut to fit a tall, slightly portly woman. There are all sorts of glass beads and embroidery that decorate it. So it's fancy dress. There is also a coin purse that contains 30 gold in coinage and 2 matching daggers. They are very small daggers. They could be easily hidden in sleeves or dress or purse, that kind of thing.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Snatch.
To the
does dress
east,
look like...
there is a staircase that descends into darkness.
All right.
Does the dress look like it's withstood the test of time inside of this sarcophagus?
It's a little, age worn, but a mending spell could probably patch it up pretty
Could a
easily.
man wear it?
There's no in the Forgotten Realms. There's no rules, man. You just dress how you want. You live your life. So
All right.
Does
I don't have Doctor Who anymore. But I can summon some animals to.
It's okay. We got Larionis.
Oh, okay. I don't think he's gonna lead the way.
He will.
Lead the way, Lars. In regards to the dress, the dress, does it look like it would be priced well as opposed to like what I remember from the clothing shop I took Salem to?
Yeah, I mean, probably get 25 gold for it if you were to sell it somewhere.
He's desperately trying to find a reason to justify stripping a female corpse naked.
No, I don't care that much. 25G, leave it.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's going to be a process to take this dress off of this fat, mummified woman's corpse. So, is it worth 25 gold to do so?
Nope.
Yeah. But I appreciate you taking the extra time to ask.
All right. Editing
All right.
the.
Well, you guys, Lars, you really want to go first? I can make like a cave bear go first.
I mean, really, it comes down to: do we want to be stealthy as we go, or do we just want to send a thing to draw the attention of whatever?
Let's kill stuff.
I mean,
let's kill stuff.
Has stealth ever helped us?
Nope. Let's go, dude.
All right.
Pull out my lightning bolt wand.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I'm gonna summon a cave bear to go up front with Marcus.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna suggest that Egan go up front too, because since all the attention will be up there, and Lars will try to stay back outside of Egan's light bubble and stealth behind the party.
Well, just don't stand in front of me, though. Nobody. So.
Yeah, we know that you're not exactly hesitant to take the shot, anyways.
Yeah, Egan remembers that.
Carrick told me to take the shot.
Yeah, no. All right, do you want me to go in front? Do you want me to just...
Let the cave bear go front.
Yeah. Just come along with me and a carry bear. And,
his name's Barry. He's in front.
All right, Barry.
Doing a good job, Barry. Go on.
All right, Barry looks back at you, just shakes its head. There's a lot of judgment going on for Barry. All right, as you head down the stairs, there is a landing, and then the stairs continue to the south, ever deeper into the earth. The stairs are 10 feet wide after the landing.
Any signs of any like powerful staves on the walls?
No, but as you look down the stairs, you do see that they open up into a larger chamber.
Damn. Okay.
Okay, so we're getting close to this larger chamber, guys. Barry should go first, right?
Absolutely. And large chambers are good. That means range.
Okay.
Large,
Well,
like,
if the bear's going first, that changes everything.
Oh, my God.
So, I understand that all of you are into role-playing, but when you send monsters into a room first, any opportunity you had for role-playing goes right down the chamber pot, as it were. So if you don't like role-playing, then definitely continue to send your monsters into rooms first. But I will start funneling you guys down into the next room.
For the record, guys,
I will leave
Lars
the
also
three cowardly characters all the way up there at the top of the stairs.
Lars rolled persuasion as his recalled skill of the day as well.
Oh, how useful. How useful. Okay. So, Cave Bear, as you make your way down into the room, sort of occasionally looking back at the druid who summoned you from the sweet forest of Arborea, where you were maybe hibernating. It's very uncomfortable. You got your hibernation butt plug in. You're still very drowsy. But hey, you're in the Union, god damn it, and you're going to do your job. You smell, because non-magical land mammal, you have the best schnoz of any land mammal outside of Fantasyland, so good for you. you smell a unnatural being. It is dead, but also alive. It is at the very edge of your vision, sitting in a throne. As you kind of, snuffle into the room, you hear the being stand, and you hear the being say, in, Uthgard? Does anybody speak Uthgard?
Nope.
Nope.
I
Okay.
think you asked this last time.
No, I asked you a different obscure ass language.
Oh.
Yeah. There's like 200 of them in Forgotten Realms. So as he stands, he speaks in a booming voice that no one understands the language of, and since there is a wild animal in his abode, he's going to go ahead and roll some initiative.
Does that mean he doesn't see me and Egan behind it?
I don't know, but everybody should roll initiative just in case.
I hope he doesn't see me. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a good meme.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to turn out like this. Oh man, I can never tell with D&D what's going to happen. It's so exciting.
Oh man.
All right, let's see. I think.
Oh, man,
you're-
forgot I gotta hit the token to do that.
All right. Remember, you can easily fix that by selecting your token, rolling in, and then manually changing your initiative order by entering a number and then hitting enter. All right. Oof. Spooky, spooky, spooky. And I think he's got custom music he's going to want to play. Just message me. Can you play my music? I certainly can. Hold on a second. All right. Oh, man. So, wow, this is crazy. Oh, I do have to roll for Salem Amber Eyes. Let me do that real quick. All right. Okay, looks like Gyoza, you're up first with a 19. You do not actually know what the bear is seeing, so let me turn off sight for it, because you're not like psychically linked to it or anything like that.
Okay.
All right. So erase whatever memory you have of what's down in that room, and take your turn.
All right, I guess I'll get.
It is about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is about 40 feet to catch up with the rest of the party.
All right, I guess I will go down 40 feet. I guess
Catch
I'll
up
make the
with the
dash
rest
action.
of the
Yeah, I'll
party,
dash
you
action. Get down with them.
Okay. Hold on just a sec.
He's just gonna blow us away with spells from his chair.
This music makes me feel like we're going in and slaughtering some hero, and that this is the tragic music of his death, not our triumph.
Wow.
No, this is the music
I
where
picked
he
some good
slaughters
music.
all the rebels who dare to invade his throne.
All right, Gyoza, you used a dash, so you still have 20 feet of movement left.
I'll stay there.
Okay.
And I guess I'll
Can
say...
you see anything in the room, sir?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
See? Yeah, I got my goggles on.
Sure.
I'll say Geschmalig as a question, and that'll be it.
Oh, okay.
And I'll say hi to Salem. Hi, Salem. Salem joined.
All right, so that's what's sitting in the chair. Except instead of that sword, he's got a big old cudgel.
That looks like the statue you described, but with a... Yeah.
Yeah. But he is definitely made of bones. And he is definitely surrounded by ambient ravens. So I guess I could toss some ravens on there if you...
Guys, he looks kind of evil. I thought he was supposed to be a good guy.
Did you tell any of us his lore? Crash?
Yeah, you guys, when you met up with Melissa and Cincer, they filled you guys in on the
That's
the
right,
lore
yeah.
for him. Yeah, have you forgotten
I
said
no,
lore?
I vaguely actually remember you
Okay.
saying something about him going crazy.
Oh, was it?
Am I
Was it
wrong?
Geschmalig who went crazy?
Yeah, I think it was Geschmalig.
Is that what you
I want
think?
to say. I
Oh
believe
man,
so.
that could be interesting if that's what you think. All right.
Wait,
Uh,
wait. No, don't let that change your
I mean, do you have
tactics.
do you have the keen mind feat? Because if you do, I could tell
I
you
don't.
exactly what happened. Oh,
I
okay.
don't.
All right, Gyoza, you say Geschmalig with a question mark at the end.
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's see. The walls. Oh, okay. I was supposed to read this as you went down the staircase. The walls of the staircase are adorned with large murals that depict battles, feasts, and large-scale hunts. 2 persons are prominently featured on almost every picture. The heroic Hercules Conan-looking guy and the discount werewolf-looking guy. As you arrive at the bottom of the staircase, you see the following. A high throne stands in the midst of this room. A few steps leading up to the disturbing construct. The throne is made from hundreds of bones, and a large skeleton sits upon it. When you enter the chamber, you feel its heavy gaze upon you, despite it having no eyes with which to see. Alright, so, as you ask if it is Geschmalig, the skeleton kind of cocks its head in a curious manner. And it says, it switches to Shondathan and says, finally, some contenders find their way to my throne room. I feel like I've gone a bit rusty, and there's nothing better than a fight to remedy that. So who of you is willing to face me in single combat? Or have you come to kneel, and thus not risk your precious lives?
Boy, if Salem were there right now.
You know, Geschmalig is a demi-god, if I remember correctly. And
A lot of people these days claiming to be demigods.
I mean, that's
In Forgotten
no
Realms, not so much.
Okay, maybe a little meta comment.
joke. Yeah, that's no joke. I think we should just all on one.
Well, do you
I say this quietly.
have a retort for him, Gyoza?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Gyoza will say, we aim to stop the evil assaults of the giants on the people of this land. We aren't here to fight you or entertain you.
Okay. It sort of like pulls back its skull and shoulders, like in surprise, and looks over at you and says in that same kind of booming voice, "The giants, they endanger the peoples of the north?"
That's right. The ordning has started, and we aim to stop them, but we need more power to do so.
What have my faithful done about this?
I do not know of your faithful.
He seems kind of confused, and he kind of anybody who's there in the staircase except the bear. You guys could roll an insight check if you want.
You're talking the staircase on the other map, not
Right. Yeah, if
15.
you're actually in the room with them, gotcha. Yeah. So Marcus, can you hop into private chat real quick?
Yeah.
If you didn't know any better, you would say that this guy, A, doesn't realize he's buried in a tomb, and B, doesn't even realize he's dead.
That's kind of the vibe I was getting.
Yeah. Whatever was used to bring him back to life, it didn't do like a banging job. He's sort of going through the motions of life without realizing his situation.
Gotcha.
Yep. I told you this because as a priest of Lathander and him being undead, it may be information that you want to withhold because you want to destroy him because he's undead, but it also might be information that you want to use. But you're the only one that made the check, so I thought I'd just let you know privately.
Oh, wait, you said it might be information I want. Oh, yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought I'd give you the opportunity to parse that information how you saw fit for your character.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead and just roll a random intelligence saving throw just to freak him out.
Okay. Hang on one second.
Okay.
Marcus just made an intelligence save.
I told you guys, it's like the Ghostbusters 2 portrait. He's possessed now. Take him down.
Yes, master.
All right, Gyoza. I would
say anything right now. Crush,
your turn's coming up. So this has been an excruciatingly long 6 seconds. So Gyoza, as your turn ends, you hear the creaking of bones and the clanking of metal, and he stands from his throne and begins walking towards the party. He a big boy. As he does, you see the flocks of ravens sort of kind of take flight and circle around him, landing on him, kind of doing perimeter runs around him, that sort of thing. And he looks at you, and he looks at the bear, and he says, I used to have 2 bears. I have not seen them in a long time. They were my greatest friends. Except, of course, for my best friend, Udiken. Udiken has been acting very strangely, though. He did not mention any dangers to the north. He did not mention any giants. If the Jotun are truly a threat, then I must go and meet them on the battlefield. Move aside, smaller ones, that I may do battle with them, with the strength infused in me by my birthright.
Alright, I guess I will... Are we still in initiative?
Possibly.
I guess I'll tell the bear to get out of the hallway, like over here.
I'm kind of going to run through the initiative to see where everybody's at. Marcus, what are you going to do?
Okay.
I'm going to say quietly to everybody around me that can hear me is, guys, I have an idea. I want you to follow my lead. And I'm going to step forward, squeeze past the bear.
Okay.
And I'm going to step forward and look up to Geschmalig. And then I want to take a kneel down.
Oh.
And I want to say, Lord Geschmalig, the issue with the giants, it has been long. And I believe that a lot has happened in the time since you've left your throne. However, from what I understand, the giants seek to, the fire giants seem to claim the top of the ordning with creating the Vonadot. I'm not sure. Would he? Is there any sort of reaction from him when I say that?
Let's see. He recognizes fire giant. Has no idea what that other thing is. But he says, "So it is fire giants then."
It is. And we have devised a means to stop them. However, the reason we have come to you in your throne is because we require one favor from you. It would befit us if we were to serve you if you would lend us your aid in the form of the Staff of Power. And I lower my head. And do I have to make a deception check? Anything like that, or?
I mean, you didn't lie to him, so just do a persuasion.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. He says, "You speak of conquest, then?" And he holds up his cudgel. "This is my precious weapon. I'll do one better. I will journey with you to fight these giants."
Oh, dang.
Wait, really?
Ah, yes, another pet for the party.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
All right, Amber Eye, who's actually Salem today. What are you gonna do?
Lars, why are you backing up?
Just
Also, who are they talking to? I can't really hear anything.
Yeah, you occasionally just hear a booming voice and murmurs from down below.
I don't hear any screams of death, so clearly they're being competent this time.
I think it would be a
my bad.
dash action for you to get down with them. Do you want to dash to them, or you want to hang out where you are?
Nah, he doesn't hear them dying. He's fine.
Okay, you're just gonna chill up at the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Larionis.
with fire blazing in his eyes and his bowstring drawn, he's gonna stride down the stairs and take a shot at. No.
Wow.
Oh my god, I was like, no!
Also, Lars, Larionis.
Yes.
Ambrose goes up and hugs Larionis. I'm so glad you're not stoned anymore.
Aw. Lars is gonna give him a hug and a pat back. Call that 10 feet of move.
Okay.
Now what happened to Duskin?
He fell in a pool of acidic necromantic energy and had to go take care of his daughter. Lars says as he makes his way down the stairs.
That doesn't make any sense. What the heck?
All right. So you're gonna move and rogue dash. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll do the cunning action. I will not trigger my bolts from the grave with this one.
Okay.
That would be about as bad as shooting him with a longbow. Although less effective, probably. Oh, so I'm just finding my line of sight here. Oh, there we are. Oh my, he's big.
I can't really hear you, Lars.
I'm gonna dodge,
Okay.
and we'll call that my turn. I'm not sure. I didn't hear Marcus's exchange with this guy, so they just seem to be standing around waiting for something. So
I'm kneeling, my head bowed before him.
Barry is up.
All right.
Oh god, did you guys really name him Barry?
Barry Manilow.
Barry, go get out of the way. And,
Okay.
Barry will, I guess,
All
go
right.
over here.
All right. As he gets within melee range, this dude reaches out with bony hand to stroke Barry's fur. Does Barry let it happen?
Tell him to. You let him.
Okay. You can tell.
Let him
You can
back
tell as a
in.
natural creature that this undead makes it extremely uncomfortable. But the skeleton reaches out and kind of ruffles its fur, and without any lungs or mouth, really, right? I mean, it's got a jaw and stuff, but it doesn't have any flesh. It kind of sighs a bit, running its bony fingers through the fur. All right, Egan.
I mean, does Marcus seem like he's in his right mind? I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
I
you could do
will-
an insight check on him if you want.
I don't think
Make
it's
an
that
insight
bad.
check.
Insight check's pretty garbage. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it seems like Marcus has weighed the situation and made a decision that he is under his own control.
All right, then he said follow his lead. I go up and I kneel as well.
All right, so we're going to pause initiative unless we need it. This guy is going to move forward as he tries to leave the circle of this throne room. There is a flash of light from the throne and from his wrists, his ankles, and his neck area. Confused, he staggers back and then moves forward again, and the same thing happens. There's a flash of light, and he is trapped.
Ooh,
It
does
seems fairly obvious, but may I roll an Arcana on this one?
Sure.
Salem see any flashes of light coming from down the stairs?
If it would entice you to join everyone, of course you do.
Yeah, no, of course.
All right.
Seeing this, flashes of inspiration cross my face. Not literal, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, light bulbs. I want to say to him, if nobody else has anything they want to say.
All you, bud.
All right. Lord Geschmalig. Yes, indeed. It is as you see. The fire giants have placed a curse upon your throne, and you are unable to leave. We do not know the means of this foul magic. However, we are here to attempt to help and clear the world from their blight. And I'm just attempting to convince him to let us.
Sure.
You know,
Okay, yeah, give me a deception with advantage, because that is a very believable lie. And definitely a lie he would prefer to believe than to start answering up to the truth of his situation.
nat 20, hey,
All
let's
right.
go, dude.
He turns, and
Wow.
again, there's no face, just a skull, so it's hard to tell what his expression is. But he kind of nods at you in like a, yeah. And he says, if this is the case, then... If this is the case, then I shall stay here until the curse is lifted, and you shall be my champion against them. Here, take conquest with you, and may it do you good in the battles to come.
As you wish, my liege.
I'm sorry,
And
what
I
now?
accept it. Yes.
Oh,
Now-
no, you just bowed to someone else in front of your god.
I told everybody to follow my lead.
My
Like, that's the plan.
muscles ache. My eyes are weary. I must
You
rest.
don't have any eyes. Marcus, what the heck?
Please
The, s-
push him back, please.
the skeleton,
Okay,
the skeleton
I'll grab it
snaps
for
its head around. Who said that?
God King Salem said it.
No, please, Lord Geschmalig, forgive us. We have a pet which has learned to speak. Please ignore its musings. It does not know that which it speaks. It only repeats words without understanding. They're- And I'm shoving. I'm trying to shove.
Marcus, how dare you?
Yeah, Yo's is helping. And
Alright.
Marcus.
Lars is just very confused right now.
All right, you see the different flocks of ravens just sort of swirling about the room now. Geschmalig takes his tired stance on his throne, and he motions for you to leave.
I have the
What?
cudgel.
Oh, he gave you the cudgel, yeah.
I
Marcus,
equip it and start beating him with. No, I'm kidding.
you may laugh at that, but if you turn to leave, Lars is gonna put a hand on your arm, and he's gonna shake his head like, "We're not done here.
Wait, what do you mean?
I need the staff of power."
Oh yeah, I handed it over to him. Yeah, no problem.
I thought that was a cudgel.
Yeah, is that not it?
No, that's a maul.
No, that's it, man.
Oh,
Oh,
I thought it was like staff of like wizard staff that we were here for. This is it. Oh, okay. Lars is much more happy about this turn of affairs than. Can I retcon my reaction?
Yeah, no, this you were told that this, well, at least you heard the myths or whatever, that this guy used a staff of power as his weapon.
Oh, I get it now.
Yep.
yeah. I remember that too.
You just talked him out of. Lars
I
is
smile. I smile.
I'm gonna clap you on the back and say, "Let's go kill us some fire giants," as we head up the stairs.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I'm sorry, CR17 optional boss. Maybe next time.
Oh my god, I knew it.
with ads. With ads.
You will rue the day you took my name.
I mean, there's a bunch of sarcophagi down here. I'm just saying.
Do you
Yeah,
want do you leave your bear down there for petting zoo, or do you take the bear with you?
It might just be too painful to have him disappear after an hour.
Oh,
so
true.
I think that might hurt
He
more.
did have 2 pet bears. I don't know if you guys knew that. He had 2 pet bears.
Yeah, but if this one disappears after we leave it, he might come after us.
He can't. He's chained to his throne.
Ambride doesn't care about this. All he knows is he saw Marcus kneeling to someone else.
All right. If that is the
On
case,
no, on our way out,
okay.
I will explain to Salem it was a ruse. That creature, that being, I don't believe that we would have had a chance again.
On the way out, I'll ask Geschmalig if he wants Barry to stay for an hour.
Yeah. He would actually love that. He says, if you don't mind, I have not seen my pets in some time.
I'll say okay. He'll return to me after an hour, but he'll stay down here for you.
Okay.
Oh, I noticed we're missing.
Like everybody.
I do want to. Yeah, I do want to say though, like as well, like while we're walking out, like I really wanted to kill him. I really do want to kill. I want to put him into the dirt, but
Oh goodness.
I don't think that we're actually capable of it.
Sure you did.
We'll come back. We'll come
Egan.
back.
That's what
Use them
everyone
all
says
against
when they
him.
kneel to another person.
Like it's a couple of things. One, my entire faith, our teachings, they're completely against the creation of undead and perpetuation of such, and so like that's one thing. As well, I hate undead. They're gross. They're nasty.
So
This hurts
So-
Lars, you know.
so if I use this,
I mean,
scroll-
like ugly undead.
So, would you get mad at me if I use this scroll of animate undead?
How long would it last?
I don't know. I don't know anything about animating undead.
Marcus would probably wince. Like, why are you doing that? I'd rather sell it first.
Would you, or turn it over to your church in return for recompense
Maybe, I
for
don't know.
getting some evil necromantic magic out of the world? Huh?
Well, that's one demi-god with one less cudgel in its hand, so I can tell you that. I feel like
Alright.
I at least did some
All right. So the next question
undead demigod. Yeah.
is Lars.
Mm-hmm.
Is the weapon that you're supposed to be getting in return for this at least as good as this weapon?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, this is apparently a legendary weapon. The weapon of Geschmalig.
I can assure you that what we will receive in return is absolutely priceless in comparison.
Yeah, and seeing as how he didn't steal trinkets, Gyoza, or start
don't know-
bowing to other
you don't-
people.
You don't know that, do you? Do you
Salem
have
and
Ambereyes
Amber
memories?
Have the same mind.
Oh, okay.
Just the personality that is dominant is what shifts, it looks like.
Oh, okay, so y'all's memories. Well, I guess I'm learning now that y'all's memories are shared.
Oh wow! So
Yeah.
so you remember being tricked with that coin, huh? Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Crash.
Yeah.
That was Duskin who did that.
I mean, the mall and the familiars aside, the fact that he had like, I don't know, 8 familiars in there, and then the legendary weapon in his hands.
Sure.
Did he seem like he would be something dangerous to contend with? Like, I feel like that was the vibe I was getting.
Honestly,
so I
the
made a
vibe,
decision, like,
when I told you what you incited, that was the general gist of it. Was that. If you guys were to.
Sorry, what you cut out, buddy?
Yeah, you went completely dead on us, Crash.
Crash is gone.
Yeah.
I think Crash.
Basically, what he told me, like I was sharing it with you, guys. When he said that, like I kind of really gleamed that obviously he's not aware of, sort of like someone who's getting just to the point of old age where they're not aware of what's going on. I figured he was a powerful entity. Udikin
Yeah.
had mentioned that he wasn't fully.
Sorry about
restored yet.
that. So you guys could roll either a history, one time history, or just a raw intelligence if you don't have any history, to see if you can recall what Cincer and Melissa were talking about. All right,
Well,
so a 20 is good enough. If you're willing to share the information, I'll just spout it out there.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, according to Melissa and Cincer, Geschmalig was the demi-god offspring of a legendary Uthgard king and the Raven Queen.
That's what.
Yeah. He ruled over his tribe of Uthgards up in the north, had all sorts of incredible adventures, and during that time only had one non-bear best friend, which was the shifter Udikin. Udikin was a being like descended from werewolves, but not fully a werewolf, like a half werewolf kind of beast man situation. And essentially, the two of them became, after fighting for 3 days straight to a standstill, became best friends and spent the rest of their lives adventuring together. Eventually, Udikin was defeated because they ballers and they played with critical hit cards, and just happened eventually. Despite all of his powers and all of his abilities and all of his strength, the death was so permanent that he could not be brought back. Geschmalig petitioned his mother. She refused to answer his prayers. So Geschmalig journeyed out into the world, and some say into the plains themselves, looking for a way to bring back his friend. Unfortunately, his solution was evil genie wish, essentially. And when he wished for Udikin to return to him, Udikin came back corrupted. Such was his grief that Geschmalig tried to defeat Udikin and died in the effort. Such was Udikin's grief that he pretended to be dead next to his friend. His grief just sort of overcame. He just laid down next to his friend, kind of undead style, deactivated. All of their followers found them on the mountaintop, right? And buried them together in this massive tomb. So that their friendship, their bromance, could go on forever. What they didn't realize is that Udiken was a powerful undead. So, laying dormant for centuries, perhaps, he eventually roused himself from the stasis that he had kind of fallen into, and decided that he would do the same favor for Geschmalig that Geschmalig had done for him. He brought Geschmalig back to life. Geschmalig, from what Marcus interpreted, didn't realize and still doesn't realize that he is undead. He thinks that he's in his throne room back at like the Uthgard village, and that he's not surrounded by sarcophagi. He's surrounded by like adoring followers. He can see windows, I guess, that nobody else can see, and beautiful mountain landscapes, and he's completely out of it as far as that's concerned. He has no idea that he's actually dead. Udiken was handling things very delicately, because unlike himself, who was brought back corrupted and evil, Geschmalig was brought back the same hero he was in life. So Udiken has been essentially building an army in preparation for a conquest of the north, and he's bringing... He's eventually going to go... Well, he was eventually going to go and tell Geschmalig, surprise, I made us an army, it's time to reclaim the north, be the great heroes that were before, and then you guys showed up and ruined it. That's sort of the general situation. But anybody who was down there, well, I guess you guys tried your insight. Marcus would figured it out, that he doesn't realize it's undead. But the rest of you, through context clues and Marcus kind of rehashing Melissa and Cincer's stories that they told you in the many hours that you were together, it is a tragic situation. You got this once great hero down there, kind of out of his mind, thinks he's still alive, thinks he's somewhere else, but he's just an undead trapped in this tomb. Would killing him be a mercy? Maybe. Would finding a religious ritual or spell combination that could put him to rest be a kinder way to deal with it? Probably. So there's a lot of things you could do. That being said, you were successful in bamboozling the item away from him. So you could just walk away from all this and pretend it never happened.
I don't think we really have the power ourselves to do much about it, but
we can speak to someone in one of the major churches in Silvery Moon when we get back to see if there's, even if not us, maybe they can send somebody.
like the Church of the Dawn Father.
Yeah.
Church of Lathander. I'll definitely tell somebody about that. That's for sure.
Meanwhile, in the background.
So the question then is, do you guys want to... you guys want me to fast travel you to the exits? Or, I mean, have you had your fill of this place?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah, get me out.
All right.
I mean, Lars is, I'm in a rush.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll after that, I'd like to tell Salem, yeah, you're still the only God King. And that was just a powerful spirit, not a god. He just thought he was a god. But he was actually crazy. Yes, he was very stupid. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
All right, so you guys, it takes like an hour or so, but you make your way out of the tomb of Geschmalig. The fresh winter air kind of greets you. The day is overcast and cold, about, I don't know, 60 Fahrenheit, and it's just kind of overcast, and there is kind of a biting, chilly wind as you reach the surface.
Must be because we're so high in the mountains.
Yeah, because you guys are into early summer at this point, so this is some pretty chilly weather.
Yeah.
The last time it got really chill, we lost our wagon.
Mm.
He gives the little hairpiece back to who he thinks is Amber Eye.
Okay.
As promised.
Hey, Ambrai, do you want to, or Salem?
What
Salem,
do you want, Gyoza?
got those scimitars. Saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did this.
Something else.
We went to retrieve this staff of power
You know what?
for
You know what? Here,
Larionis.
I'm not gonna deal with you anymore. I'm gonna hand Marcus the ruined gem.
Ooh.
I say, here, you take it. He can be mad at you.
What? Whoa. Hey, why are you involving me in this?
So
Because he's already mad at you for bowing down to another, apparently.
I'm gonna ask Salem. Salem, are you gonna be okay with me if I give this to you? Or purely, are
Yes.
you? I give it to him.
that could turn him into a lich or something.
I will say thank you, God King Salem, for your everlasting forgiveness and benevolence.
And I will forgive Gyoza as well, since he technically gave it to you to give to me.
Yeah, no problem. And let's see, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, mine and Salem's. I think our relationship is purely transactional, and I love that. This is wonderful.
Also, Egan.
Yes.
Salem holds out the fire wig. That's what he has dubbed it at this point. A token of Marcus,
Yes.
how do you say you like people?
You
Without
are a good
sounding-
ally.
There you go. A token of being a good ally.
Egan accepts it and says thank you. And
Wow.
puts it in his pouch.
Yeah, that's kind of a big deal, man.
Wait, what?
Wait, what did you give him?
Why'd you put it in your pouch? You're supposed to put it on.
Oh,
Wait,
there's
what did you
the-
give it him?
The wig,
Oh, yeah,
Hey.
wear it.
The
Oh,
wig
there's-
with
there's
the
plenty-
continuous flame.
Am I
There was
gonna
a
need
black
to
dragon flying
Photoshop
around.
like a flaming wig onto your miniature for next week? Like, is it gonna be like a new mini every week sort of situation?
Prince
Hey,
Adam
guy.
token.
There was a black dragon flying around. You know, maybe we don't want
Yeah.
to have a bonfire on top of Egan's head.
There's
I mean,
why.
I think that would be amazing, but I
This is-
I
this
could
is-
understand
no.
concerns. Yeah.
I agree with Gyoza. This is why he is the arch animancer.
All right, so let's. You know what? I think those bears were horrible. Maybe we should like try and quietly leave this place.
Run.
Wait,
We should
wait.
run.
What bears? Before?
Run. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
you
yeah, we
only
had-
got here alive because you fought off two, like,
You know-
spiritual bears.
Two?
No.
You mean Geschmalig's bears?
Yes.
Oh,
Now,
we, you know what? We cannot be sure of that. They didn't have any collars on.
they were.
Hey,
They were.
why don't
very
we go
evil
ask him?
bears. But you know how we beat Udikin? You know how we beat Udikin? All right, these bears were way worse. So just in case if we run into more, let's just run.
Okay.
It's a very
Everyone agree?
surreal feeling.
I'm sure you could outrun ghost bears. Yeah, that's fine. They just have a 40-foot flight speed and can go through solid objects and never need to rest. Yeah, it'll be fine.
It's a very strange feeling.
Gyoza,
a lizard.
I will point out to you that, and crew, that it took you, I believe, a little over 2 days to get here. And then you fought bears, and then you rested, and then you went in. That was 2 days with a ranger. So you guys are about 4 days out of Silvery Moon just because of the rocky terrain, the difficult environments, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
Drag it.
I mean, but nothing. Are you guys going to head back to Silvery Moon?
Marcus.
Yeah.
Where's
Salem, can you
Ias?
identify items?
She went with Duskin to Silver.
Ah.
Salem, can you identify items? Because we got these magic slippers, and we have no idea what they
Got
are.
a whole bunch of magic things. You can do that on the way, right?
I mean, well, see, I got my book, but I can't really use it.
Why not?
Hmm.
He's not a warlock anymore.
In
Wizard? He's not a wizard, I think, right?
Well, he's a bard, but he can bards. I don't know.
in Forgotten Realms terms, this body is not essentially woven in the right patterns with the weave. Is essentially what it boils down to. So he has access to magic, but not the same magic that his cat body had access to.
He's garish plaid on top of like the beauty of the weave. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So he can't use what's it called? That one spell. It's I. It starts with an I. Identify.
Identify, yeah.
Nope.
Gotcha.
It's written here in the book, but it just doesn't click anymore.
All right. Well,
Okay. Well, you will. It's okay. Maybe
this
that
bit-
part of your.
But
This
this guy
begs the
has
question,
some pretty
though.
cool things. Like, did you see when he turned into a big old freaking crocodile?
Mm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's really surreal watching from the inside and not really doing anything.
Lars knows what's that like.
All right. So it is
Yeah, Lars did the shutter.
currently.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Okay. It is currently the 27th of Kythorn. So you guys are definitely heading into summer at this point. And I already told you the weather and everything. But yeah, if you guys are ready to head out, I will check those rando encounters for dangerous mountain terrain, and we will see what happens.
hey Salem, do you want to attune to the scimitars now? I bet it look really cool, like when
Oh.
you do your blade dance, because then you have two scimitars.
Ah. Yeah, really cool Salem blade dance.
But
Wait,
then
that
I
was
wouldn't-
Ambereye who refused. Just let Salem do it.
But then I wouldn't be able to use. Well, actually, I guess I could technically use it still.
Yeah, you can just. Here's what you should do, right,
Well,
Salem?
I got
Listen,
my lucky coin, and I think I have. I think the sword. The sword requires attunement.
think of how powerful you would look as a multi-sword wielding god with like
With
4
flames.
different sheaths with flames.
And you know what? The non-magic, the scimitar that doesn't have flame tongue, I can put an eternal flame on it. Then you'd have 2 flaming scimitars.
Ah,
I'll do it.
you could be the blade god of flames.
I have been convinced.
All right, that's good.
And then if that's too many magic objects, you can just make Egan hold on to the blood katana.
What? Whoa! Don't get ahead of yourself. You just pulled
Oh,
yourself
okay.
out of your hole.
Okay. Well, I mean,
See, this is why when
you make
That
people
little-
carry your stuff when you're important.
Right, but I have all my stuff in my backpack now.
Okay.
All right, Crash, we're gonna have a brisk jog the entire way to Silver Moon.
Oh, so okay, so this is a brisk pace. All right, so
Yeah.
each day you will need to make Constitution checks for force marching. Got it. All right.
All right.
Crash, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think the blood katana actually required attunement.
Nope. It's just a party favor.
So I only have a single attuned item at the moment.
All right. You are high up in the mountain as you begin tracing your way back through the hidden valley to get outside of this sort of inner valley of the Black Mountain Range. Go ahead and give me one survival check to represent the whole group's effort. If two of you are proficient in survival, which you have a bard, so a bard is proficient in every skill, you may do so
I
with
actually have
advantage.
Proficiency with survival as well.
Okay.
You
The
also,
valley that we're in.
Yeah, I'll do
Is
it
it-
if someone wants to help.
I'm also, so I should know. I should be able to here.
Okay.
Just
I'm just waiting to see it. The first one that I see is the one I'm gonna take.
Yeah, do it.
With advantage, or
One check
Yeah.
with advantage.
I don't know how bard skills work.
They are proficient in every skill.
Wonderful.
I am.
Okay, I'm not sure why you rolled strength, but I was looking for survival.
That is survival.
Well, that's survival.
Really? It says strength on my screen.
It says survival on my
Oh
screen.
wow, it says survival on mine.
Weird.
That's weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
strength is not survival,
Oh, okay.
and it's only a 10, so it matches.
Oh, I see. My chat was like 100 miles behind everybody else. Yeah, so Salem, sort of bossily begins guiding you guys around. You spend the entire day trapped in the hidden valley. You are unable to find your way out. So that adds
Awesome.
another day of travel. Okay.
Overnight. So
So
Okay.
you say that this
When-
valley has plenty of paths?
when we
Valley of Plenty
Oh.
of Path.
Oh,
Okay.
psychic damage for everybody.
so when we
Okay,
rest,
Amber, I get to
Salem
try
is
next
gonna
time.
attune. To
As you guys are settling in for the night, do you want to head back to the Tomb of Geschmalig, or do you want to just sort of rest where you are, which is to say, just sort of in the valley?
No,
Let's
we're
rest in the
camping in the
valley.
valley. I don't want to go
back
back.
to the tomb.
I don't want to backtrack, Crash. What are you, crazy?
All right. So you guys settle in for the night. We're just going to keep going off of that 10 survival. Gyoza tries to protest. He's like, hey, wouldn't it be cool to get a tree fall or like find a cave or something? Salem's like, no, we're doing it this way. This is the way we're doing it. You put me in charge and I'm the boss. And so you, you guys just kind of camp right out in the open. As you are camping for the night, there is the, let me see at what point this horrible event occurs. Okay. So around 3 in the morning, you guys awaken to a horrible, grinding, screaming sound. It sounds like glass shattering. It sounds like thunder. You may attempt either perception or nature checks. It is just the 5 of you, so... Okay. Alright, so Marcus and Salem, you guys are scared awake in that what the hell happened. If combat breaks out, you're going to start combat frightened because the noise was so loud, unearthly, and unexpected that you guys are just kind of shaken to your core by the sound as it echoes and reverberates off the mountains and comes rushing towards you guys.
Is this like a temporary thing, or?
Yeah. I mean, well, no, you're frightened literally for the rest of your life. No, it is definitely a temporary thing. Yeah, it is definitely a temporary thing.
I feel like Marcus and Salem would be like sleeping like with a guy in his teddy bear style.
Larionis and Gyoza and Egan, your attention is drawn further up the mountain. It is hard to see, because the clouds are dense and the moonlight is not kind of getting through them. But as you kind of focus your eyes and ears, you realize that it is a avalanche of ice that has broken free from higher up the mountain. It is tumbling towards your location. You do have time to act. What would you guys like to do to avoid being killed by this ice avalanche?
Oh wow.
You must decide
Okay.
quickly.
I'm gonna summon us
Scream
some
and pull
transport.
at the ones who aren't like paying attention and start running.
Okay. Lariones is going to wake up or kind of try to snap the other two out of it. What were you saying, Gyoza?
Gyoza's going to summon some transportation.
Okay.
Egan will probably pick up one of the other two if it would make it faster and follow after.
All right, so
whoever's
your
running.
goal is to outrun the avalanche. Is that correct?
Then not. Yes, I guess.
I guess
would-
just.
yeah.
I mean, would that obviously be a bad decision? I'm trying to
I mean,
visualize it. Is it?
I
like,
think this is
Are
you're,
we at like
you're,
the base of a mountain and like there's
you-
we're
you're
on
in
the
an
side
you're
of
in
the
an,
mountain and there's no
you're
way.
in an interior valley. You are close to the mountainside, and it was high above you that this icy formation broke, and it is cascading at a rapid pace down towards you guys.
All right.
But if you guys would like to outrun it, that works for me. I just need acrobatics or athletics checks. We're going to do a group check. So the majority needs to pass, or you will be buried by this avalanche.
Acrobatics or athletics, you
Yep,
said?
acrobatics or athletics. Okay.
From everyone?
From everyone. No pressure, Salem. Oh, God. All right. As you guys are racing away from this avalanche, Gyoza, you trip on some of the loose stone and roots and rocks and bracken. The others kind of turn to run back for you. Salem, unused to this body, you're sort of like running on all fours, which really just isn't working so hot. And as you are doing so, you sort of tumble into the others. You guys sort of form a big pile of dudes, and you suddenly feel the ice.
I have a question.
Sure,
real quick.
sure, yeah.
Would control water work on ice? On snow?
I don't think so. I think it counts
'Cause
as ice at that point.
Because if I could control water, this I can save everybody.
Well, I was actually gonna ask something as well.
Okay, let's get rules questions out of the way before we roll the ass load of dice that I'm about to roll. So, control water. Let's see. Yeah, I would allow you to attempt it. Since it's not the normal use of the spell, you would have to make a spellcaster check similar to using, like, Dispel Magic.
Okay.
Okay.
What kind of check am I looking at? Like just a raw wisdom save? Or what?
Right, so what you would be rolling, is on the second page of your character sheet, where it has spellcasting,
Yeah.
there'll be like a plus modifier at the top. You'll just roll a d20 and add that
Okay.
modifier.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to be trying to do that. Salem, do you have a question?
Yeah, so Salem piles in on everybody, and he's terrified, and he sees this thing.
Okay.
Would I be able to possibly cast a spell to try and protect us all, or at least everyone else?
Let's see. It was announced that the party was going to try to outrun the avalanche. You guys were unsuccessful in that, and now the avalanche is coming down on you.
Yeah.
So it is completely unavoidable at this point. But let's
Oh,
do
yeah, no, I
yeah,
know.
let's
Like,
do this. Let's roll initiative for the 5 of you. And the order of initiative is what you could do before you are killed by the avalanche, thus ending our beautiful campaign. So everybody could roll up into that, see if you can come up with something in that last 6 seconds before you are completely destroyed by the avalanche.
Oh, I didn't click the stupid thing. Try again. Yoink. Alright, I need to fix my initiative because I did not roll that the first time. Come on, click. Whatever. 8.16. There we go.
All right, so everybody has rolled in. Let's see. Larionis, last 6 seconds before the avalanche hits. What are you going to do?
I am nowhere within spot.
As far as what does the map look like, it is just a standard like wilderness setting. Like you are in a rocky area. There are some trees around, but it's mostly like a rocky mountainside, hillside situation.
How tall are the trees?
Oh gosh, this close to the
They're about to
mountain.
be less than 5 feet.
Yeah, this close to the mountain, probably the highest the trees are is maybe 20 feet.
Crap. Well, okay, I don't have survival skill, and I said my instinct was to run, so
Okay.
his action is a full-on, like, absolute dash, and if the ice is about to overtake him in that last second it does, he'll even try and use the hidden leaf token to misty step out of its, like, even forward even more.
Fair enough. Okay. All right. Next up would be Marcus. What are you trying to do with your last 6 seconds of life?
I rolled that D20 plus 5, like you asked. I rolled a 19.
Okay.
I want to attempt to control water. Would that work?
Okay. What did you roll total?
19.
19. Yeah, 19's pretty damn good. Yeah. Okay. So you posted up Control Water. It's this huge, this huge book right here.
It's a book. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. You can choose from any of the following effects when you cast a spell. Let's see. Flood. You're probably looking for the Moses effect, right?
Yeah,
the
parting it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's smart thinking. It's a 4th level slot, and you did make a fantastic spellcaster check. I would allow it. Yeah.
Essentially what I would do is on each round is I'd just continually parting the snow that's coming straight towards me and anyone behind me, and I'd yell for everyone to get behind me. And hopefully this lasts less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, fair enough.
Essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to Egan. You see Larionis racing on ahead of everybody as fast as he can. As a rogue, that's pretty damn fast. You see the cleric turn and face the avalanche and begin casting spells. What are you going to do?
Egan would probably stand in front of the cleric to protect him and rage.
Oh, all right. Rage up, shield up, standing in front of the cleric.
Yep.
Fair enough. Okay. Amber Eye, last 6 seconds. What are you going to do?
Amber Eye would stand in front of Egan.
All right. So we've got
And-
Marcus, and then
And
we've got
he reaches like
Okay.
into his subconscious where Amber Eye is.
okay.
'cause it's there
Larionis
right
is
now.
way off on his own, and then okay, got it.
And he would he'd be like, all right, little guy, what, think big, think really big, and then cast polymorph.
Oh,
And because he can only turn into lizard creatures, turn into a brontosaurus.
a brontosaurus. Oh my god. Did somebody give you like a children's book of dinosaurs or something? Like, all right.
And then he'd use the bulk of the brontosaurus to essentially wrap around everyone.
I don't have a
as his controlling
brontosaurus.
stuff.
I don't have a brontosaurus token because you're the first person that's ever asked to turn into one, ever. But I do like the default art because it reminds me of the brontosauruses that I had to wholesale murder in Final Fantasy VI when I was a child. If anybody that's had to wholesale murder those things,
yeah.
well, they dropped
Yeah.
really rare items. So I mean, you know. Anyways,
And he would use the bulk of his mass to wrap around everyone and protect them as
okay,
from whatever like debris gets past Marcus.
that's adorable. Okay. All right, fair enough. You about to get killed in the Ice Age, just like before. Now, the dinosaurs never got killed in the Ice Age. They all live in Chult. Yeah. Okay, then. I'll give you control of it, just so that you have it for the future. Future characters that you make. All right. And Gyoza, finish this up. The last 6 seconds alive. What do you do?
All right. Well, I've already summoned transportation, so whatever it was, I assumed it was going to be like some dire wolves. So I would just have them flank Marcus to make sure the ice doesn't get to him since he's casting something.
Okay.
And I don't
They're
know
the
what
ones keeping everyone warm inside the ice dome. It's like it's gonna cover us.
All right. So, as this avalanche comes rushing over you guys, Marcus just begins chanting, and with all of you there to defend him, he maintains for 10 minutes his control water spell, and as the mountain continues to just fall down upon you, just foot after foot after foot of snow piles up on either side of your party, but it never actually buries you. When all's said and done, you find yourselves in a canyon of snow, easily 30 or 40 feet high on either side. All right. It's 3 a.m., so I guess you could go back to bed now? I don't know. I mean, your campsite's probably been messed up a little bit.
My God.
Yeah, we got a big old brontosaurus-sized campsite.
Yeah, that was a fun random encounter. Nice. I like this one. It's a good chart. It's got some good stuff on it.
Jesus.
Okay.
Brontosaurus Salem licks Marcus.
With the big old, like, animatronic Jurassic Park tongue.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
I imagine Marcus would be extremely worn out after that. That's 10 minutes of straight concentration on a
Oh,
spell.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
So,
life or death.
Marcus isn't used to thinking hard.
so what now? Do you head back to sleep, I guess?
Do we have cold weather gear or anything like that? I don't think we do. Gyoza might.
Did something cause this avalanche?
Ooh, you could climb the Black Mountain and find out at 3:30 in the morning.
Sounds logical.
Or you have magic. You could always just ask God or whatever it is you people do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't bring my Ask Gods.
In Brontosaurus form,
Uh-huh.
can I like lift my head over the ice and see if there's anything above it?
Like periscope style?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
periscope style.
So you pop your head up and you look around, and in these fleeting moments, after the thing, the night is dark. What little moon shines through the clouds illuminates the snow brightly, but you don't see any cause. Right? You kind of looking around. You can give me a perception check just to check, but I don't even think Brontosaurus has dark vision.
It's got a 0.
Yeah.
It's a 10 for wisdom. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So
coast is clear. Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, looks clear.
Okay. It is clear but beautiful.
We should move though, until we find a better campsite.
Well, actually,
Let's.
this is a really good campsite now because he just did all the size. We can we can make an igloo.
All this snow could also collapse on us.
All right. Well, we move a little bit further away from the direction the avalanche came and make an igloo real quick.
Okay.
We got spells. I got
Salem can carve a path at the moment.
All right.
It's
So
it's just a small area like around us essentially where like the it's sort of like that anime style, like that beam carving an area throughout, you know what I mean? Like it starts where we are. We can't go any farther up essentially. But we can always go down because it's like Crash said, it's like 30, 40 feet high of snow now.
yeah, if there was a beautiful illustration showing what happens, like you guys would be this circle right here, right, and then there's snow going back from you on all sides, except for this like little V that you've created that you could like walk away from. I don't know if that yeah.
Yeah, that works. That
Okay.
works.
Yep. Looks a little like some, but all right.
But yeah, I can.
I mean, it could be Marcus passing a kidney stone. I don't know. So
I think with shaped water, Gyoza can pretty easily make a
little ice
Igloo.
castle.
Yeah, a little ice castle.
Okay. So you're gonna cast shape water now? Oh, the cantrip. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, is shape water cantrip being used? Oh my god. Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's a cantrip, so it's one of the Minecraft spells. You could do a 5-foot cube essentially. So yeah, all right. Marcus, if you want to like kind of instruct him in snow bending, like together, you guys can build a snow castle and a snowman, if you were so inclined.
Oh yeah, and you can Flintstone the heck out of Amber Eye right now. He can lift up blocks. And
Oh, there you go. All right, so you guys spend an hour building a beautiful ice castle to live in together.
I just think it's sweet that Salem's not the only one who had a date tonight.
Yeah. All right. So, all that works out great, I guess. And then you guys sleep in a little extra to make up for the pain and suffering you suffered during the night.
If you're able to freeze water with shape water, are you also able to cause it to melt?
I don't think so.
And that would probably be more in like a fiery type spell, but he could just use produce
Yeah,
flame cantrip and
I've
just
got
kind of
it.
hold it out in front of him. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
my
What I was-
cantrips
yeah.
are literally fire, water.
Yeah, apparently we can
Fire,
turn the
water, ice.
Yeah, if we do that, we can turn the snow into blocks, melt it, then you can freeze it into
Wow.
ice.
Are you
cubes
planning to live
if you
here?
wanna,
Like, is that?
No, what
I
I'm-
mean, should
what
I?
I- what I'm saying
should
is-
I? Should I go get my
Listen,
ice?
live here.
Should I get my ice palace maps out? I mean, is this like our new thing? Hold on. Let me.
Well, I mean, like if you, because I'm just worried about the idea of snow caving in. It's
Oh,
snow
okay.
at the end of the
Fair-
All
fair
I'm
enough.
saying is, if we're staying in the mountains and establishing a snow kingdom, I'm gonna use. The cold never bothered me, anyways.
Oh, fair enough.
All right, well, kick him out. He's gone.
Okay.
Boo.
All right. I'm still gonna build your ice palace map while you guys figure this out. Okay.
Just leave.
I'm down for a little ice hut for us to live in.
What a safe place to live too, at the foot of the Black
Yeah.
Mountain in the Hidden Valley. This is like we could just have a whole new campaign where you guys just conquer this hidden valley and defeat all the monsters that live here.
All right, let's just go.
Well,
let's just
all
go.
the
Let's
monsters
just
that
go.
live here are now buried under snow. So
Okay.
Yeah, it would take us at least like several hours to construct
do it.
this. No. Let's just trudge through the night.
Oh, so you're just
No,
gonna.
let's sleep, finish our rest, and then go.
Okay, so you build a igloo. Let's rein it back in using shape water. You reform some ice and snow to make a reinforced igloo. You spend the rest of the night resting. As the day begins to dawn, it is another cold day because you're up in the mountains, 58 degrees. It is less clouds than yesterday, less windy than yesterday. No other weather that I need to talk about.
All right.
Now, 58 degrees though, all that snow is going to start melting.
All right, guys. Let's head back to Silvery Moon. And if y'all don't mind, I'll take the lead.
All right, Yosa.
All right.
Sounds like a
Let's
plan.
see that survival check. Now that you've talked it up, you're going to be awful embarrassed if you get a 10 like Salem did.
You get a +1 at least.
All right, Salem, you want to give me assistance?
Apparently Salem. Oh wait, we have to see if you even are Salem. That's right. Go ahead and give me a check. Charisma saving throw.
Alright, 1 second.
Sorry, I'm doing my morning thing too. That's
Sure.
This? I
Oh
am not
yeah,
Salem.
you're back to Amber Eye in the morning.
So cold.
Oh, it is so
All right.
cold.
So cold. Kobold, cold-blooded. Not good.
Amber Eye, you want to assist me in getting us out of here?
Yes,
Okay.
too cold.
That's a 18.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a little while, but you do find the passage out of the hidden valley. You are now on the mountainside, slowly making your way down the mountain. As you are making your way down the mountain, you hear the tumbling of rocks from above you. You look up in time to see a flock of wyverns or wyverns. I'm not sure, whichever one you're more comfortable with. They were nesting on the side of the mountain, and as you passed beneath them, you drew their attention and quite possibly their hunger. So yeah, let me move you guys over to the map so you can deal with a pack of wyverns.
Are they dropping rocks on us in like an attempt to attack us with that? Or
Oh, so first of all, yeah, give me a nature check to see if any of y'all know what a wyvern is. That would be a good starting point.
people who are trained in nature, or anybody?
I think a wyvern is a common enough creature that you would probably know what it is.
0.
I just need my Roll20 to stop poop in the bed, and then I should be able to do this. Let's see.
So Lars is the only one who has an idea of what
only
a creature
person.
is.
Who's ever heard of a wyvern?
I've never heard of a wyvern.
Okay, this will be fun.
Loud, angry bird thing.
Oh my gosh.
Marcus is certain it's a dragon. A lot of dragons.
Too ugly to be dragon.
All right. Wow, guys. Okay. So,
Doesn't have enough legs.
Larionis, will you have time to tell everybody all the stuff that they need to know about wyverns? And why don't you explain to us, why do you know so damn much about wyverns? That's a question that I have for you.
When he was young, his family was killed by a bunch of wyverns.
That's the saddest explanation.
It's not so much that my by them, but I do have a rich family history of adventurers and explorers. So we do have many tales that are passed down about them. So because of that, I know the basic stuff. That let's see, they have 2 scaly legs, wings. They look like dragons, but they're not dragons.
They are dragons.
No. Well, no, they're like dragonkin, but they're not like dragons.
I mean, they qualify as dragons.
I don't know like genus species types here.
Well, you got a nat 20, and you said that you have this whole family history. Do you? All right. Do you want me to feed you the information that you would know about wyverns?
They do have poison stingers.
Okay.
So don't get try not to do that. Their poison is extremely deadly. They do not fight on the ground unless they can't reach us by any other means. So we either would have to attack them at range or
I've
get
got
the
very
position.
Easy.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm just trying to think of something like if I was trying to spit this out real fast.
So let me just stop you on a couple of these things. They have no ranged attacks, so they will totally attack you in melee. They're 100%.
Thinking of mana cores.
Yeah, they're 100% dragons. They're very, very fast and perceptive, but they are not especially bright, and they have no breath weapon. They also lack 4 limbs, so they're kind of like Game of Thrones dragons. If you're familiar with that franchise,
Like Smaug.
there was like a TV show they made about a book. I don't know.
They're just tell them like they're like smog.
If you don't know, I think it's too late for me to explain it to you.
Should I also tell Amber Eye that they can be trained to be ridden on?
Oh, I mean that is true. But you have to get them when they're unhatched. So I'm not gonna lie. This is a lot of wyverns. It's a incredibly unfair amount actually. So here you go, wyverns. They got big old bat wings. They've got long tails. The tails have like barbed stingers at the end of them. They like to bite and sting, and they are very, very fast and very, very, very nasty.
And they tend not to give up on their prey unless they're seriously wounded or you like escape them for a very long time, which is not likely in this terrain.
All right, all sounds good to me. Are you guys ready for this then?
I guess.
Sweet. All right, go ahead and roll yourselves into initiative.
Can we tell how big these things are?
They are large creatures.
I'm
Yeah.
just rolling crappy initiatives today.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me roll these cuties into initiative here. All right, Gyoza, you're up first.
All right. Let's see. I think I'll take a step back behind the people with the huge armor class,
Sure, sure.
and I will use a 3rd level spell slot to summon a giant constrictor snake to protect us. And I will pull that out. And
Oh yeah, we got our long rest, right?
Oh yeah, you went back to bed in your igloo and all that jazz. So everybody's had a long rest.
Okay.
I'll put it like right there. And let's see. It's my action and movement. Yep, that's it.
All right, so you're summoning a snake or you're becoming a snake?
Summoning a snake.
Okay. Alrighty. Anything else from Gyoza?
Nope, that's it.
All right.
Stop right there.
Wow. Okay, that was the highest initiative. That brings us to Wyvern number 14. All right, Wyvern number 14 is down for a big delicious worm. So it is going to use its 80 feet of flight speed.
And I guess I need to roll the snake into initiative.
Yes. Because you might go before this thing, so let's see.
It's a 9.
Okay, you will not go before this thing. All right, so Wyvern number 14 is going to swoop down with its 80-foot flight speed. And it is going...
small.
Yeah, isn't it? I mean, compared to a giant snake. Yeah. It's going to fly down and make some attacks. Let's see how it goes. It will try to bite. Let's see. Ooh, which should be better? Claws. Yeah, it'll try to claw at it. So here we go. 23 for 13.
Okay.
And then it's going to try to sting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me a Constitution save for the snake. All right. So it just took 13 plus another 36 points of damage.
Yep, that snake's looking rough already.
All right. Snake already bloodied. Larionis, you're up.
All right. So they're coming at us from the north of the map as it's currently aligned.
Yes. You should see 4 of them still on the side of the mountain, and one of them has flown down to engage you.
Mm-hmm. Is that 10, 20, 25, 30? So I'm gonna move away.
Okay.
So a single move. And I'm gonna take a shot at this guy.
Sure.
And
So that dude 80 feet from you?
yeah.
Because diagonals work weird in Dungeons & Dragons land. 25 is definitely going to hit.
Not sneak attack.
Okay.
Just 9 piercing.
All right. You shoot it. It just sort of hits it and kind of skates off of its scales. Creature looks around.
And what's the range on this? Not far enough. Okay, then I guess I will dash and I'm gonna jump into this here bush.
Okay. The noble rogue dips into a nearby mountain shrub. All right.
What he didn't realize is it was full of thorns.
Poison ivy. All right. Giant constrictor snake. I guess his name is Gerald. All right. What is Gerald going to do?
He'll stay right there and he'll attempt to constrict the wyvern.
Yeah. He's okay with being summoned for this fight because he woke up late for snake mating season back in Arborea. And at that point, it is just a hot, noodly orgy mess. He didn't even want to get involved in that nonsense. But he's obviously feeling tender from the mauling he got from that wyvern, because an 8 does not even come close.
Yep.
All right.
Double twos.
Anything else from Gerald? Okay. Egan, you're up.
Can I get right?
Oh wow, the wyvern's got a 2, a 1, and a 1 for. Oh wow. Okay, gives you guys plenty of time to figure out what you're gonna do.
Am I able to get here? Is this like a space that can be?
Yeah. So this is a pseudo 3D map. So here where it kind of looks like it's changing texture, that is actually representing a cliff face that rises up to the next flat area. So all of the like dookie colored brown is like flat terrain, and all of like the tree bark colored brown is like cliff face.
Okay. I'm gonna move up here and then this way and
Okay.
attack said guy.
All right. Ooh, 12 does not hit. You take a slash at it with your battle axe, and it just sort of buffets you with its wings and continues clawing and stabbing the snake.
I'll take a second attack then.
Ooh, 18 hits, though. All right. It lets out sort of a hissing, almost kind of squawk, and it turns its attention to you and kind of pulls the snake closer to it, like, you're not going to steal my snake.
And I will go ahead and rage as well.
Okay, and then bonus action to rage, which we
Oh,
have a
shit.
cute little button for now. It looks like a little angry face thing. There you go.
Alright.
Like your
Next time I'll
forehead's
do that
about to
first
throb
instead of
open.
last.
Oh, fair enough to get that bonus damage, yeah. All right, anything else from Egan?
That is all.
Okay. Wyvern number 9. It's got an 80-foot flight speed. It is going to fly over to this bright red hair. There we go. So it's going to fly up to this blazing red carrot top that it sees. It is going to try and claw. It misses. And it will try to stab with its stinger. And I think both of those miss, right?
Yep.
All right.
Could I have stayed there, given that you actually said you're going to stay behind people with shields?
It is going to essentially be beating its wings and like hovering. Well, it doesn't have a hover speed, so I would say it's. Yeah, I would say it has to land at that point then. So it's going to be on the ground in front of Gyoza and next to Amber Eye. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. That brings us to Marcus.
I'd just like to point out, these things' poison damage is on the level of almost a fireball. And with that, I have a question. Is this guy here attacking from like on the ground, or is he like flying like 5?
Yeah, they don't have a hover speed, so in between actions, I'm having them land since they came into attack. So
Gotcha.
Yeah. So these two are both on the ground.
Okay. Well then, I am going to. Those attacks missed Gyoza, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well then. Let's say I were to move right here, right? I'm not saying
sure,
I'm gonna
sure,
move here
yeah.
for sure, but like let's say if I were to move here,
Sure.
would I be able to lightning bolt straight up this way? And hit both of them, or
And hit both of them. I don't see how that
Yeah.
would be possible without hitting your allies.
Okay.
They're on the ground with you guys. You know what I mean? Oh, are you talking about both,
Yeah.
like the one that's
No,
up
yeah,
on the
these
cliff
right
there?
here. Yeah, the
Um,
one right here and the one up above.
Yeah, I would say that would work. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, I wasn't looking up the hill, but yeah, that could work. I'm gonna give that the second one. I'm definitely gonna give it a cover bonus from this cliff ledge here.
Okay.
Yeah, but you could try to snag both of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna channel divinity as well to maximize the damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do it at go with 5th.
All right, 5th level lightning bolt firing at both of these wyverns. Okay. As you moved away from the first wyvern, you did leave its tail stingers area.
Yes.
Yeah, so it is going to use its reaction to try and stab you.
Okay.
But it misses.
Okay.
All right. And then your lightning goes off. Big crackling bolt fires up. You kind of drop to your knee and fire it straight up. 60 damage. Let's see if they can make their saves. The one closest to you fails. And the one up on the cliff is going to have a significant bonus. Let's see if it makes it. Yeah, so 14 plus the bonus, that would be a 15, so it's going to take half. But the one in front of you just took 60 points of damage. It is bloodied.
Oh, it's only blooded. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they are technically dragons.
I want to also use my Thunderbolt Strike to push them away 10 feet. Both of them.
Okay. At 6th level, when you deal lightning damage to a large or small creature, you could push it up to 10 feet away from you. There's really nowhere for this thing to go because this is a wall behind it.
How about make it squeezing and we get advantage on attacks against it?
I will give it a d6 damage. So it takes 1 point of damage as it slams into the wall behind it.
I'll take that too.
All right, and then this one, I will knock it back and say that it is kind of knocked loose from its perch up on the hillside.
All right, I was reaching, but hey, I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Okay. Anything else from?
Yeah, no, that's it.
Okay. Amber Eye, you're up. 3 wyverns going after you.
Let's see. Amber Eye, seeing this one, is taking a swipe at Marcus with its tail stinger.
Sure.
Is going to. He's gonna make his way this way. He's gonna be like, excuse me. Pardon me. He's just gonna run over here,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's gonna turn and look at the one that Marcus lightning blasted.
Sure.
In the back of his head, he's like, "More teeth." And he's gonna polymorph
Okay. Will you polymorph
into an
into
Allosaurus.
Allosaurus? Okay. Let's see. This is particularly dangerous because every time I let you turn to a dinosaur, there's a certain druid in the party that immediately writes that down on his wild shape list. So, all right. Not the coolest miniature, but you know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I really look at it. It's super
He
derpy.
is super derpy.
I'm an Allosaurus, guys. All right. So you move and you turn into a Derposaurus. Got it.
Derposaurus. And then I just let out the biggest Derposaurus roar I can.
Okay. Yeah,
I can't.
I got nothing. I got nothing. This is the first Allosaurus I've had too. I think it's the first Allosaurus. Okay.
Still say it, Salem.
All right.
Or Amber Eye, rather. Amber Allosaurus.
All right. That brings us to the Wyvern squad. Okay. So, unfortunately, Wyverns are dumb and territorial. So I think they're just going to own this fight. They're just going to go for it. So this one is going to fly up, kind of survey the scene, as it were, from the height that it is at. See that there is a big tasty snake, and the first thing it'll do is at a elevation of like 20 feet or so, it will try and claw up that snake. Okay.
Yep.
And if that doesn't kill it, which I don't think it does,
Not quite.
it will try to tail sting it. I don't think the tail stinger hits though.
Just misses.
All right. Let's see. That brings us to this one right here. It's going to sort of take flight. There was a guy that shot it. Doesn't like that too much. It is going to fly over and down. Yeah, that's enough speed. It was another 5 off the map, so yeah, there we go. So it'll fly there, gain a flank from its buddy, little pack of hunters there, and they will attack Marcus. As it swoops in, it will use its claws. 16 doesn't hit, and then it will
Nope.
use its stinger. 26.
Ooh, it does
All right.
hit.
Constitution save.
Aha!
All right, so you take half, so 7 poison and 9 piercing.
Alrighty.
All right, and finally, the last one is going to swoop in, and I guess they'll just dogpile on Marcus. There we go. All right,
Alright.
so swoops in with the claws out, 23 for 17, and then a stinger. I don't think the 17 hits, though.
No.
Alright, so 17 points of slashing damage as the creature flies at you, claws first, lands next to you, and then immediately swipes at you with its poisonous stingers. Alright, top of the round, Gyoza.
All right, this snake's doing good, but it's not gonna last much longer. So I'm gonna drop concentration on it
Okay,
and immediately resummon a new one.
alright, fair enough.
So, yep, just like that. That'll be my action, and
Alright, roll a fresh initiative for this fresh snake.
oh yeah, sure. All right, and then bonus action. I don't think I've got anything.
Okay. You're just
guess
gonna
I will-
hold your position?
Yep, I'll hold any good movement. No. I guess I will. Is this a rock?
It is a rock. Yep.
I'm gonna switch around so that my back is up against the mountain here,
Okay.
and that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. That brings us to Constrictor Snake B. What are you gonna do, Constrictor Snake B?
He's going to try to constrict this one that's bloodied.
Okay. That definitely hits. So you grab a hold of this thing and start grappling it. Alright, it lets out hissing squalls of pain as its bones begin to get crushed. Anything else?
That's it. I guess he'll move. I can actually move him, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'll move this way. I'll move down to move right there, and drag him 5 feet with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't really move him into Marcus's space. I think we're just gonna have to stay there, unless you.
Can that's fine. I'll just
Yeah. I mean, if you want, we could put him in a space that's not occupied. If you want to put him like over here or here.
No, that's all right. That's all right.
But everything else is kind of
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
All right. That brings us to Wyvern number 14, who you are currently restraining. It is going to try and bite you, and then try and sting you. These are going to be at disadvantage. Oof, good thing it's a disadvantage. So a 14 from the bite. And give me a Constitution save against the stinger. Alright, so that is the full damage. So 31 poison plus another 14 piercing. Or 29 piercing and 16 poison is actually more like it.
Alright, it's bloodied again.
Jeez. Okay. Larionis, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna cunning action to effectively hide in my bush.
Okay.
That sounds dirty.
Yeah, they have
You can
no
also
they have no idea where you went as you hide in your bush.
Cunning action aim.
No, I don't need to cunning action aim if I'm.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. All right. I just thought because I remember you.
He's being a traditionalist right now. So.
I also don't want my
Amen.
speed to be 0.
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And then I'm going to longbow shot. Out of hiding. Sorry, on the one that's next to Gyoza.
Okay.
Oh my god, that was an elven accuracy roll.
Okay.
The 16 hit?
Yeah. 16 does hit. All right.
28.
28 points of damage. All right. The wyvern takes a shot right in the neck, kind of like snaps its head around, trying to figure out where the attack came from.
I run behind a rock.
All right, then you immediately run out of your bush and run and dive behind a rock. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That brings us to Egan.
Am I able to get here without, like, as a 5-foot step?
You
10,
can't
10,
move
but-
through an enemy's space even if they are restrained and grappled. So unless they're 2 sizes smaller or larger than you. So right now you're actually kind of penned in unless you try to literally climb the wall like hand over hand and go over it.
That's a waste, I think.
Okay.
All right.
You are flanking this one with Marcus, so you would have
Yeah.
you'd have advantage from the snake's restraint and a +2 from Marcus. So it'd be a pretty good attack roll if you attacked that one.
I will do that then.
Okay. Yeah, 17 + 2, 19. That's definitely going to hit. All right, take some damage.
11. And then assuming it is still up, I will
Oh,
do
it
the
is still
same.
up. All right, and another 10 more damage as you hammer your axe once and twice into the creature. It is so meaty and so beefy. It is still going.
Can I divine smite on that? I totally.
Yeah, it's not too late. You want to burn some spell slots into that second attack roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that just a first level spell slot?
Yes.
All right, you pump 12 points of radiant damage into it. The creature kind of shudders from the hit. And then as the radiant damage kind of pulses a second later, its body shudders and it dies.
Nice. Good job again.
Oh my god. Okay. I can move at this point. Does it make sense for me to try to get over here?
I mean, I would love for it, because I'd at least get to attack you with this dude's tail stinger as you move out of his reach.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Can I pull the party here? Does it make sense to do that for Marcus, or?
Marcus has got a pretty high armor class, so I don't know. But I'm not the party. Whatever, yeah.
It makes sense to hold that one off so that it doesn't get flank bonus to the other two on Marcus.
Then I will do that.
Yeah.
I will turn and face that one and scream in his face.
Okay.
Yeah, just holding that one off makes helps a lot.
Okay. All right. I will do that.
All right. South of your location, actually, yeah, Larionis, you see somebody walking / climbing towards the party. You look over and you see a massive, I guess, 18-foot tall individual. So they're huge. Blue skin, big axe.
Arsnag.
That or we're about to get fucked.
I
feel like
mean,
I'm an optimist.
The silence from Crash was like, well, thanks for ruining the surprise.
I mean, it's the most optimistic response, because if it was for real a bunch of frost giants on top of this, yeah, you'd still make it somehow. I'm sure some of you would still make it. Yeah,
Some of us, yes.
yeah.
Lars can probably
Larionis,
be fast.
you look over and you see a frost giant, like kind of platinum blondish hair, wearing furs, and I believe. What else has this guy got going on with him? Let's see. Let's see. Armor class. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this guy's just loaded for bear. He's wearing a combination of chains and hide armor. He's using a massive axe that looks like it's made out of living frost. And, yeah. He looks at you like hiding behind a rock. And he kind of like cocks an eyebrow, like questioningly.
I'm just gonna, hold the bow in one hand and point to the wyverns on the other and shrug.
Oh, and he makes a face like, oh, you're trying to be sneaky. He puts one finger to his lips and he nods to you. All right, he will keep going. And as he moves into position, he watches you guys fighting off 4 more wyverns with 1 dead on the ground, and he lets out a low whistle of appreciation. He reaches down and he grabs a big chunk of stone, kind of hefts it in his hand for weight, and then he is going to chuck it at this closest wyvern that's right here. Let's see what happens. Oh shit, my bad. He is wearing a combination of plate and furs, not chain and furs. So dude's pretty damn well equipped. Alright, here comes the attack.
He's packing.
Holy shit. So he throws a rock at this wyvern and does 49 points of damage to it.
So Lars does this thing where he was probably drawing his next arrow from his quiver. And you know when a drummer just kind of like spins their drumstick away, like when they toss it like out of disgust if one breaks or something? I basically do that to my arrow. Like, what's the fucking point?
And he
out of amazement.
He makes a soft chuckle to himself as the rock hits this thing. Gyoza, you're over here fighting for your life, summoning up like animal after animal, sacrificing them on the altar of blood that is your career. And this wyvern is just like rearing up. It's getting its tail stinger ready. And out of nowhere, a freaking boulder cracks it upside the head and just explodes into chunks of rock and dust and pebbles. The creature just tumbles to its side and starts like looking around to figure out what did it. From your vantage point, you can see over this series of rocks this massive plate mail / axe wielding giant kind of dusting off his hand as if he's just thrown something.
It'd be pretty funny if he couldn't. Gyoz would be looking up at the sky like,
Yeah.
hail.
Yeah, is it another avalanche?
Mars just calls out, "Don't worry, guys, I got this."
All right. That being said, getting hit for 49 points of damage kind of changes your feels about things. So this wyvern is going to take a disengage action, and it is going to fly up and over back towards the top of the mountain, 80 feet. So it's 5 off the map there, but it is trying to fly up and away. Marcus, you're up.
Yeah, I turned to look at the giant boulder that I heard just smash down.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I see his figure.
Yeah, even with all this intervening terrain, he's like 18 feet tall. So you do see him kind of towering over it.
Yeah, I'm figuring Marcus wouldn't really know. You know, he'd just assume the worst.
Yeah.
That's how he is. So, right off the bat, he's gonna try to deal with what's going on in front of him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna lightning bolt again. This time in this direction. I'm looking to hit both of them, even if they do have advantage on the saves or whatever. But I'm gonna also channel divinity for max damage again at 5th level again.
All right, you're gonna try to shoot both of these guys that are in front of you, just kind of like through both of them, or the two that are in front of you, or you're trying to get the one that's
the two right here in front.
Oh
of me,
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can get both of them. All right, here we go. Dexterity saves.
It's another 60 damage.
All right, they both make their saves, taking 30 points of damage.
And I want to make sure that they're pushed back another 10 feet.
All right. The southernmost one is bloodied by the attack. All right.
All right, and with that, I'm gonna move right here between Snake and the Rock. Now that I have some movement, and I'll end my turn. Oh, and I'm yelling like, "Now, yeah, to everybody! Oh, like, fuck! We've got a frost giant here now too." Are there any?
You don't see any other frost giants. And in the middle of combat, you would have to do a search action to get better odds than your passive perception.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Allosaurus, you're up.
Hey, I'm just gonna put Amber Eye on this rock right
Sure,
here.
sure.
Allosaurus is gonna run this way
Oh, okay.
and then skid around and run straight back towards this one.
Okay,
This,
little bull charge. Gotcha.
And he's going to use bounce is what he's gonna do.
Nice. Smart. Smart.
So you gotta hit him with a claw attack
All right. It will attempt a strength save.
if I hit him.
Oh, if you hit it. 13 is actually just enough, because despite being dragons, wyverns are hot garbage. Yeah.
13 for 8 and a DC 13 strength save.
Okay. But it definitely makes a save.
Made it.
All right.
Okay.
Anything
That's
else from
fine.
Allosaurus?
That is all Allosaurus can do right now.
Okay. That brings us to these other wyverns. Let's see. This wyvern is going to... They're not very smart. It's just going to attack this goddamn snake again. So it's going to flap its wings. It's going to rise up just a bit off the ground to get its claws back in the action. 23 for 12.
Snake. Yeah.
And an ass load for an ass load. Yeah, okay. As it kind of turns back into nature spirits, the creature lets out a confused sort of screech of outrage, and it's just sort of looking around for like where its kill went. Not too happy about that. All right. Man, I just wish every monster was hobgoblins. I hate having to play stupid. All right, and then we got this guy over here. He's going to, yeah, there's this guy right here that's bloodied. That seems like a pretty good target, and this guy keeps shocking him with his electricity. It is going to fly. Yeah, it's going to fly up to you and try and get you.
Put up your dukes.
All right, here we go. Here is claws for Marcus. Oh, don't think that hits.
Doesn't hit.
Because you got shield. All right, here comes the stinger.
That's right.
Ooh, that's a beefy stinger.
Yeah.
All right,
hit.
give me a Constitution save to see if you can have that poison. No, you just took 38 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm knocked unconscious.
All right, staying within range of this, it is going to finish its movement by just kind of standing on top of Marcus and begins fanning its wings and sort of hissing at everyone nearby, including this dinosaur, to let you guys know that
right in his face.
that is his kill. Oh, okay, Kaiju battle starts up. All right, fair enough. This one right here wants to join in that Kaiju battle. It will attack Allosaurus with flank bonus. So it flaps its wings, rises up, and then starts furiously bicycle kicking with its claws. Only a 12, though.
Does not hit.
All right, and then it brings its stinger down as it lands back on the ground.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Okay, I've got to, unfortunately for you, I do have to double that poison damage. So here's 7d6 more poison damage. All right, so 44 poison damage coming your way. Give me a Constitution save. Oof. All right, so the Allosaurus just took 17 piercing and 44 poison.
All right, let me do math.
As
real
that
quick.
stinger basically just went right through its sternum and out its spine.
How much did you say?
44 poison, 17 piercing.
61? Okay,
Yeah.
so Allosaurus disappears.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Boop. And Salem just, like, kind of falls in place.
Little
takes
squeaker toy noise as you hit the ground.
He takes a total of 10 overkill damage.
Okay. Curious, the creature uses its movement and flaps over to you, hissing at you and snapping at the air around you.
I hiss and draconic at it.
These guys are very confused about where all the shit goes when it dies. Because it seems very unfair to them. Whatever is going on is super unfair. Gyoza, top of the round.
Alright. Gyoza's going to summon his healing spirit
Okay.
at second level. Right on top of Marcus.
Alright, hold on just a sec. I thought I had a nice one. I know it's cute to bring out tails all the
Tails.
time, but I could have sworn we made you a nice one. Let's see.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see.
The wording is kind of funny. I'm not sure if I can use it immediately or not.
What do you mean, for healing spirit?
Yeah.
I think it's the first time somebody's in thing, you can pulse it, right?
Let me.
So it has to be on that creature's turn, sort of like spirit guardians and stuff. Let me check real quick. You call for the nature spirit, intangible, blah blah blah, until it spends. Whenever you or a creature you can see moves into the space for the first time. So if you put it in their space, they didn't move into the space; it moved into their space, or starts its turn there. So it's exactly the same wording as spirit guardians. So it won't get to heal him until his turn comes up. All right.
So concentration, and I will. I've still got an action, so I will go here, and I will use Toll the Dead on the bloodied one.
Okay. It will make a wisdom saving throw. One shy of the mark, so it takes an ass load of damage.
Actually, it only takes 5 damage.
Oh, because it's damaged. Oh, you have it roll both of yours. I got you. That's disappointing. It takes barely any damage. Cool. All right. Anything else, Gyoza?
That's it.
All right. That brings us to Larionis.
All right. Lars is going to. So I'm gonna move 2, 3, 5, 6 to here. See them there. So Amber Eye is surrounded by 2 of them right now. Okay. I'm gonna cunning action.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, so I moved. No, sorry, I'm gonna action dash to here. And
Okay.
then I'm gonna cunning action to hide.
Okay.
So my stealth check will be that.
All right.
And I'm gonna use the bolt from the grave ability. So upon using my cunning action, I'm gonna sneak attack this guy.
All right.
Oh fuck! No, I won't.
All right. You kind of slide behind the rock, get in a position to hide, pop up, and you go to call upon your bolts of the grave. And because of the weird inconsistencies of the powers, nothing happens.
Yeah, I don't know. I still haven't figured out how to use these. That's my turn.
All right. Egan, you're up. All right. Egan quietly raises his battle axe and brings it down on this fresh opponent right here.
Silently and solemnly.
Yeah, apparently. And it looks like he's smiting on top of that. All right.
Yep.
Okay. That hits and deals quite a bit of damage. Anything else? You have a second attack? Ooh. Even with a flank, a 12 does not hit. And then you're just going to kind of 5e shuffle? All right, fair enough. That brings us to Harshnag.
Oh, sorry, my mic was muted. I apologize about that.
Yeah, we thought you were being like stoically silent
I
for
have
your
no
turn.
idea.
Oh.
I've been talking for like an hour.
Oh.
No, so when I get there, I'm gonna champion challenge everything within 30 feet of me, so they can't move away from me.
Okay. You're a paladin of the crown, huh?
Yes.
Okay, that's hype. I should probably find out which crown that is.
It's obviously got King Salem.
All right. Post them up. The info for the crown.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Let's see. Declare a challenge. Each creature within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, they can't willingly move away from you. Oh yeah, that's a. All right. The effect ends if you or the creature is capacitated. All right. So that is. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get all 3 of them. Congratulations? Question mark.
Yeah.
All right. So starting in the northeast, in the middle, and in the. Oh, okay. So only the one closest to you.
Yeah, the one I actually. Okay, great. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it is bound to you.
Okay.
All
Sorry,
right.
That is all I do then.
Fair enough. All right. Harshnag, seeing what you guys are doing, he moves forward 30 feet. We'll say to here. And he looks way up into the sky where that one's like flying away. And you can see him sort of like gauging the distance. He picks up another boulder, kind of tosses it up and down in his hand, and then he is going to try and chuck it at the fleeing wyvern. 14 hits for 23 points of damage. The creature that was flying away kind of tilts to the side a little bit, but does not die from the attack. And you guys see his face kind of contort into a little bit of disappointment and frustration as the creature is still alive from the attack. All right. Yeah, it is definitely going to get out of there. It is going to fly and then fly again. It is very, very far away at this point. Up the mountain, far away. If it means a lot to you, you could definitely pursue it. But it has left the field of battle. Marcus, I believe you started your turn there, so you would gain 10 points of healing.
Nice.
All right.
As soon as I come to, laying down on the ground,
Yeah.
I'm gonna immediately shoot up with a lightning bolt on this guy standing up.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a normal hit. So here it is.
All right, it fails, and straight up the cloaca, 26 points of damage.
Yeah, 10 feet up. Sends in the 10 feet up above.
Okay. And you blast him 10 feet up in the air. Got it. All right, it fans its wings and takes flight. Okay.
Now, since it's 10 feet up,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be within opportunity attack range, right?
Within 10 feet of... the tail has a 10-foot reach, you have figured out.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Well then, I guess I'll stand up.
Okay. And then you just have your speed to stand up. Anything else?
And that's the end of my turn.
All right. Amber Eye, you're up.
Would I have been able to attune to the flame tongue?
Oh, yeah. During the 2 days that you spent in Hidden Valley Ranch? Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Which, when you did, of course, you became cursed because it was cursed. But
well, Amber doesn't know that, so we'll
Okay.
talk about that later.
yeah. Well, I mean, you would know about it right away because there's like a ghost that lives in the sword, and it pesters you about finding its remains and taking it or taking the sword to the remains where they belong, etc., etc., etc.
Well, there's voices in his head.
There's
all the time.
there's a whole quest line for it. It's like deep in the north near the sea of like moving ice, and oh yeah, it's like a whole nother book series. So
well, he's gonna pull out
until
the
you
flame
return
tongue.
it's gonna try to haunt your dreams every night. So
I mean, he gets to deal with.
oh, I know. I just feel bad for this little guy sometimes.
No, I mean the ghost gets to deal with Salem and Amber Eye's.
But it is a firebrand, so maybe it's worth it. I don't know.
Yeah, so he takes it, he pulls it out, and says the command word as a bonus action,
Okay.
whatever that may be.
Yeah, it's Uthgard for winds of fire.
And he says that. He says
Okay.
winds of fire. And then in Draconic, he looks at the beat up wyvern that bit him and tail stabbed or clawed him and tail stabbed him.
Okay.
And goes, "You belong to Amber Eye now!" And then he jumps him and takes a swing with the
Okay.
flame tongue.
This is pretty exciting. You'll have like your dexterity bonus and everything on this attack. Yeah, 15 is definitely going to hit. 15 points of damage.
Yep.
Takes full damage from fire because wyverns and trash can. Anyways.
And then he's gonna say, "Submit to Amber Eye," and he's gonna hit him again.
All right. If you guys ever DM an XP-based game, never use wyverns. They are not worth the CR rating, just so you know.
And Amber Eye will go ahead and put a little defensive flourish on this one.
Fair enough.
extra 8 points. Amber Eye's AC has skyrocketed.
Holy shit. Okay, we'll put that to the test then.
Yeah, as he's yelling in Draconic at this thing that it belongs to him now.
All right. Well, Egan, this thing was going to leave, but you told it to stay. Baby, it's cold outside, etc., etc. So, yeah. It's going to flap its wings, rear up, and start chicken kicking you with its claws. Woof! Woof! Lordy. Yeah, that would be only 17 points of damage because it doesn't have advantage on you. And then it brings the stinger down. Oh, but your armor is more than enough to protect you. So 17 halved because barbarian, rounded down, all that jazz. Over here, we've got a Salem sandwich. We're gonna put that 8 extra armor class to the test, little Salem Amber Eye. So here we go.
Yep.
This is claws with a +2. Nope. This is stinger with a +2. Nope.
Also no.
All right.
Just swing, 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 swing.
These are claws with a +2. And these are stinger with a +2.
What?
Incredible.
Didn't
Amber
even
Eyes.
need his armor.
Amber Eye is just going hard. I'm just like, this sword is dancing.
All right. Yeah, it's like one of them fire spinner dancers, you know, where you just like making these beautiful patterns in the air. This sword was like made for you, or one of you. I don't know.
Can I roll a performance check? See how it
Yeah,
looks?
sure. Throw it in there. Yeah, I mean it is impressive to behold. Gyoza.
Right. Bonus action to move Kit over there,
Okay.
and I'll toll the dead. I think this one is the one we've been hitting the most, so I'm going to toll the dead.
That's the one I was hitting.
Okay.
The one I said it belongs to me now.
Oh yeah, it belongs to you. So
Oh.
No. That'd be fine.
okay,
Amber, I don't know no better.
toll the dead. Bong.
All right. 7 damage is enough. It sort of lets out a sort of mewling hiss and just shrivels up. This close to the edge, its body just sort of tumbles down the side.
It took the one more step. And it broke.
All right. Oh, it just keeps going. It's like a slinky. All right. Gyoza, what else you got?
It's like Skyrim fall physics.
Yeah. All right, Larionis, you're up.
Okay. They seem to have this well in hand. What's the distance? You said that other one that was running did like a double move. That's 160, and it was 5 off the map.
Yeah, so it's 165 off the map at this point.
Off the map for me is 95, 100. So 100 feet when it was 5 off plus 160.
If you have a longbow, you have a 600-foot range.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
So I'm
Cutting
stealth-
action aim.
Well, no. So I'm stealth. Well, yeah, I'll cutting action aim. We'll just do that. I'm
Okay.
gonna cutting action aim, and I'm gonna try and take a shot at this fleeing wyvern.
All right. Mysterious Frost Giant watches with great interest as you take this incredible shot. It is long range, so you would not have advantage to it. So you just rolled, but you rolled a 19 naturally, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
just a single roll.
Yeah, okay. That is going to hit.
So technically, I don't think I would get the sneak attack damage on it, unless
Because you didn't have an advantage on it. Right.
no, I did not have advantage.
Right.
I
So
was still stealth from the last round though, but that doesn't give me advantage on it. But I don't know if that considers to be a hidden attacker. That's up to you. But 7 piercing at least.
Okay.
I just hit it. That's the thing I'm impressed with.
Yeah. You hit it, and let's see. Yeah, it's taken a serious beating from a critical hit boulder and a follow-up boulder. As you tag it, it kind of jars to the side, looks back, and as it looks back at you, it slams into the side of the mountain. It lets a sort of hissing squawk as it hits the side of the mountain, and then it just starts tumbling back down.
Uh-oh.
And then just sort of gets stuck on some rocky outcroppings high up on the mountain.
I'll take that, dragon chicken. I was gonna say if it survived, Lars was gonna put his bow down, like as if it earned its right to get away. But that I'm happy with this turn of events.
All right. Yeah, the frost giant looks over at you and gives you a huge bro nod.
Excellent. I will return it and then eagerly take a look at Egan as he dispatches this next one, presumably.
All right, Egan.
Don't jinx him.
No pressure.
I know. Right, now I'm going to roll 1 straight
We are
across here.
presuming that you're about to... all right.
No,
You feel...
I have faith.
You feel the invisible pressure of Larionis's words bear down on your axe hand. It shakes and misses. All right. On the backswing, though, you do drop a respectable 10 points of damage.
I'll drop that too.
And then you explode. Laser beams into it. All right. The creature is not even bloodied yet.
He is wearing the He-Man fire.
Are you still wearing the fire wig?
Oh no, I put it in my pouch.
Oh, okay.
Blasphemy.
All right. Anything else from Egan?
That is all. There's still advantage, right? I don't have to go back here to give the flank. I was still flanked there. Or does it matter?
I mean, this thing's dead, so we can't give a flank bonus anymore.
Yeah. I meant for.
Oh yeah, from where you're at because of the situation where it's kind of pinned up against the stones there. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, then I'm good. Yep.
All right. Harshnag is going to. Let's see. He's going to walk over here. He's going to climb up, and he's going to sit on the side of this cliff with his legs hanging down and his axe across his lap, and he's going to watch you guys fight.
That's when the twist happens and we all start dying.
No.
All right. That brings us to Marcus.
Ambrai, do you want to tame one?
Yes.
All right. So, Crash, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Shieldmaster allows me to make a bonus action to shove
Happens
down to the ground.
after the attack.
Gotcha. Would you allow me to use a grapple as an attack in this instance?
Technically, a grapple is technically a type of attack. Yep.
Okay. I'm stepping out of that space right here, right?
Okay.
Out of underneath it, right?
But you'd have to free up your hand. So item interact, you're gonna sheath your sword,
Okay.
basically.
Hey,
Yeah.
no. I'm just gonna use my sword. Screw the. Well, no, I don't even have my sword out. My sword's still in
Okay,
its sheath.
yeah,
I'm dropping
so-
the wand.
Okay, you're gonna
I'm dropping the wand on the ground.
All right.
Yeah, I'm stepping up here on the rock, and then I'm getting a running jump to grab it and attempt to
All right.
grapple it and shove it down on the ground.
Okay. Let's see. Do an athletics check against its strength check.
Oh man, it's
All right.
terrible. It's the
Yeah,
worst.
as you go to grab it, it just starts, it's beating its wings, and as you kind of like land, it kind of hits you with the wings. You do not manage to grab hold of it. I think you're still entitled, even if you don't hit, to use your bonus action to try to shove it with your shield.
Yep, it just says if you
Okay.
take the attack action.
Yeah. All right. So let's try again. Here we go. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you
That's so
land on this
pitiful.
thing's back, and it just kind of beats its wings a couple of times and just kind of pushes you right off. And then it whirls around to face you.
There's a healing spirit right
All
there.
right, then after that,
Mhm.
I'm gonna draw my sword and step over into the healing spirit.
All right.
All right.
Amber Eye, you're up.
Amber Eye, realizing clear, absolutely crystal clear what Marcus was intending, runs up onto this thing and attempts to jump on this thing's back.
Okay. All right. Give me a athletics check. All right, you are the attacker, so you technically win on a tie. So you're grappling the creature. You're
I
two
just,
sizes
climb
smaller
on
than
its
it, yeah,
head.
so you could be on its back.
I'm gonna climb like right up to its head,
Okay.
like, on its neck, and I'm gonna start headbutting it.
Oh, all right.
Assert dominance.
Well, you are entitled to 2 attack actions, so you can use your second attack action to headbutt it. All right. So
Or wait, no. Does it
Just
have like
you're trying
any-
to shove it into a prone, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, give me another athletics check. Yeah, you climb up its back, and then you just start taking your little cubone helmet, and you just start smashing it into the back of the creature's head. It lands abruptly on the ground because it was 10 feet up, takes 3 points of damage, and is now prone and grappled.
And I'm just
What is going on right now?
channeling his he's channeling something.
All right. I will tell you that this ain't know how to train your dragon. If you don't have a wyvern that you've hatched yourself, like
probably ain't
yeah,
gonna
you're gonna
happen.
need magical coercion to get this thing to do what you want. They are untrainable.
I'm cutting its talons off.
All right.
Because-
So
you can't do that.
this one right here, it is going to use its action its movement to fly. It is just going to sort of lift itself up and plop itself down over here. And then it is going to attack angry man with good beard. Which I guess there's 2 of them there. Less red version. All right, here we go. This is claws out while it's flying over your head. That is
I just-
20, which I think is a hit, but you're raging,
yeah.
so you take half.
Yeah.
And then it brings that stinger down and misses. Oof.
I just realized that this Gyoza token doesn't have his super awesome night vision goggles.
I know. I keep meaning to switch out his token, so for his night vision guy. All right, that is that wyvern's turn. This wyvern right here.
Snake Eyes Gyoza.
Yeah, it's gonna go for. It's gonna try to stab you with its tail, which is risky
Oh my
because you're on the
God.
back of its head.
Stab itself in the
All right,
head.
so RNGesus, if you could hear this, if it rolls a 1 on its attack roll for its tail, it will stab itself in the back of the head. So I've announced this to RNGesus. So if he's still awake, if he's not off playing Halo Legacy Collection or whatever with his bros, he will take care of you. Here we go.
Absolutely hilarious.
Oh, no, it's a 22. No, sorry, it's prone, so it's a 14.
So that doesn't even hit Amber Eye.
All right, so it kind of stabs at you. It misses you and itself. And then Marcus, it's going to try to bite you. This is at disadvantage because it is prone.
Okay.
No, doesn't happen. All right, Gyoza, to you.
All right, I'll move here. I will toll the dead. This one
Mm-hmm.
and
Nice.
Okay, that's a beefy one. That was almost max damage.
and I'll move Kitsune here.
And it fails. All right, it is bloodied from that necrotic damage. All right. Oof. Anything else from Gyoza?
That's it.
Okay, Larionis.
Yeah, I'm just gonna draw my sword
Okay.
and I'm gonna just step on out here, and I'm gonna attack.
Don't kill it. we're keeping this one.
I mean, you could sell it to a scale merchant. I mean, for a pretty good price if you think you could get it back. You got 3 more days of travel?
Remember how Lars is the one who rolled nat 20 on nature to know that you can't train these things?
Well, I mean, if you sold it to a scale merchant, they would either chop it up for parts or they would sell it to like an arena, basically.
But we wouldn't be able to necessarily control it on the way.
Oh, no, it would fight you every step of the way. Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to...
Samurai is fully
it.
confident he can kill this thing.
All right.
18.
Yeah, 18 points of damage. All right. The creature just kind of lets out pitiful, hissing cries as you have it pinned to the ground, headbutting it over and over again in the back of the skull as you guys run up and just start like a Harlem beatdown. You just, yeah.
I'm trying to do like a precision, like mercy kill.
Unfortunately, it's too much of a beefy boy for that. Yeah, you like stab in there and you pull it out, and the creature just like looks at you, and then like it opens its bird-like mouth and just lets out a squawking hiss of pain. Like, how could you do that to me?
All creatures can understand submission. This one will come to learn as.
Okay. All right, Egan, you're up.
All right, rinse and repeat.
Okay.
18
This
to
will be
hit.
the new Fury.
That is gonna hit. It is still going.
I'll just screw it. I'll just do it.
Still going.
All
Alright. You're just pumping these things full of damage, but they are beefy. They're like flying brutes. That's what they bring to the table.
If you step into Kitsune's space, it'll heal.
I will do that.
And then you can step back.
Okay.
Alright. Harshnag continues to sit and observe. You see him pull out a small bag. He starts eating little tiny red candies. You realize that they are apples. All right. This wyvern is dead. Marcus, you're up.
I stab it, non-lethal damage.
Okay. There's sure. You hit it upside the head with your thing. It
I'm
takes.
stabbing it.
Yeah, I get it. But if you're non-lethally stabbing it, you're hitting it with the flat of your blade.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
I don't.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
thought
would
you meant
say
like
I'd say your training in medicine is not high enough to acupuncture it into submission.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
maybe. It takes 4 points of damage. It's still got plenty of hit points. It's a wyvern.
God damn it.
Four
All right.
four damage
Then,
is like 1 nugget from a 30 count nugget. Like, yeah.
All right, then to I guess beat it on home. I guess I'll also shield master bonus action, shove its head into the dirt.
Okay. Wow.
Oh my
wow.
god!
You do. You just kind of crush its face into the dirt and the rocks on the side of the mountain. It lets out angry, like hissing squalls of pain. Its tail lashes back and forth, trying to escape. All right. Anything else from Marcus?
That's the end of my turn.
All right, Amberai, you're up.
Oh god, I want to do something because I think it would be hilarious, but I don't want to kill Marcus. Wait a second, Marcus has hit me so many times. What am I
Go
gonna do?
for it. Go for it.
It would
That's
also
our
hit.
metric.
Do a deck save skill at least.
Well, no, it would also hit Larionis and Gyoza.
All right. Yeah, go for it.
I have a reaction.
Yeah, you know what? Amberai is overexcited right now because he's on the back of a wyvern, so he's just gonna like scream at the top of his lungs and cast Shatter right on top of the thing.
Oh my god.
All All right, so you're gonna cast Shatter on top of the one you're on.
Yes.
Okay, while you're on it.
Yep.
Oh, okay. You're gonna shatter yourself.
Yep.
Okay. Do you need a shatter
He is
template?
Super excited. No, it's gonna hit all of them.
It's hitting all of us.
It's not gonna hit that guy.
Are you shattering like the whole group? I have to see this.
Yeah.
Like this?
Yep.
Oh, so you're not hitting this other wyvern. You're just hitting all of your teammates and the monster.
How many times have they tried to trick Amber Eye?
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Duskin,
All
Lars never did a thing.
right, I need
Right,
everybody to
Hannah's
make
is
some
cursed.
Constitution saves. All right, the wyvern gets a
Oh,
nat
wow.
20.
I'm unconscious.
22, you say?
Yeah.
Alright.
27.
All right. If you pass, you take half, so you'll take 11 points of thunder damage. All right, pinned to the ground. It lets out squawks of outrage. If you want to maintain a grapple, you are going to have to drop, and you want to cast a spell. Do you have Warcaster yet?
I do have Warcaster.
Okay, then you're fine. All right. I was going to say then you'd have to drop your sword, but if you have Warcaster, it's all good. All right. Anything else from Amber Eye?
Nope, that's it.
All right. I appreciate you killing your teammates. All right. So this one right here heard this blast go off, and that made it kind of nervous. It's going to flap its wings, kind of fly back just a little bit from its current location. And it is still bound to this location by Egan, so it will try and attack him.
He's still within my melee?
Yep.
Okay.
Crash, I have a question.
Miss and... Ooh, there you go.
Crash.
Yeah, what's up?
With him moving away and me on top of this thing, did he move out of...
You're not technically mounted, so you need to be in a
that's
space,
what-
yeah.
that's
So
what
I would
meant.
assume your space you would be in would actually be closer to the front of the...
To
its head, yeah. Okay, so go ahead and give me a Constitution save, Egan.
Constitution.
Okay, so you take half, so you take 10 points of poison, 7 points of piercing, and then you're a regular, like, level 1 barbarian? Or did you go all the way to bear? What level?
No,
what-
level 2.
So not there yet.
Okay, so you're not bear yet. Okay, so you take the 10 points of poison, and then you would take half, so 3 points of piercing.
I got you. Okay.
All right. This one that is trapped on the ground. It is going to just flail about. I'm going to say the only thing it could bite would be Marcus. So this is a regular attack roll on Marcus because it's got disadvantage, but then it's got advantage on Marcus. Oh yeah. So
This is where I die.
that's a critical hit on Marcus. But an extra 2d6 wouldn't be enough to overkill him. But you do take 2 failed death saves from that, Marcus. And then it is going to, again, try to get this thing off of its head. So here comes the stinger.
Here comes... no.
Oof. I don't know. Does a 20 hit? I think it does.
That hits.
All right. Give me a Constitution save against the poison.
Ooh.
Oh, so you just took 31 points of damage.
Oh, man. Guess how many points of health I have?
How many?
I
31. All right.
have 31.
With that gone, he kind of shakes and you roll off and it gets back to its feet and flaps its wings and it is going to fly up above Larionis and Gyoza, but not actually. Yeah, it's going to fly up above Larionis and Gyoza. So it's within melee of you guys, but flying.
Gyoza doesn't have a weapon in his hand.
Yeah, I know. It's just
If
it's
it makes a
too
difference.
it's too angry to leave now. Like it's just it's too angry to leave. It was pinned to the ground and beaten upside the head over and over and over again. Gyoza, your turn.
All right.
But it's gonna understand dominance.
We deserve this. We deserve this.
I'm going to attempt to get to here.
Okay. As you move out of this thing's space, it is going to lash out at you with its tail.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
17 hits.
All right. Give me a Constitution save against that poison. That poisano. All right. So you take half, which reduces it down to 11. So 27 points of damage. Go ahead and give me a Constitution save to maintain your spell.
All right. I am bloody.
All right. You maintain your spell.
All right. I'll move Kitsune to Amber Eye, and I'll put a
Marcus, not Amber Eye.
cure action, cure wounds on Marcus.
Okay.
Oh.
Big brain.
All right. Larionis, you're up.
Okay. Let's see.
That was for me, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the 11 stream.
Cool stuff. All right.
So this one's above me, but in melee range.
Correct.
I'm gonna move here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna attack this guy.
All right.
So. Oh, fuck. No,
Oof.
I won't.
All right.
I'm gonna cunning action.
Okay. All right.
By using the cunning action to disengage, I'm gonna use the bolts from the grave on this guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna try. Hey!
Yep, that's a hit.
Nice.
So only the sneak on that one. So the 14 is necrotic from this one.
All right. It is still going.
Oh my god. So with that disengage, how's this work? I can go through this healing guy as I run through it and get healed or something?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I'm gonna run to the other side of it. Sorry, Amber Eye. I'm gonna jump, like, not stomp you or anything. Get that 7, and I mean, I don't have a hide action, but I am gonna let.
Okay. Egan, you're up.
I'll just keep going.
All right, that is a hit. It's still going.
Alright, then I'll do my last level 1.
Okay. That'll do it.
Oh, thank God.
And then...
Also, with your smites, you've got to commit to the smite before I react to your damage. They're not like a last minute like second pump after the hit. They have to be a part.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought
part
they
of.
were-
Well, you could decide. Yeah, you could decide after you've rolled. That way, if it's like a crit, you can like pump the crit up. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay,
like
alright.
before, yeah,
Gotcha.
before I'm like like describing the damage, I need to know like what the damage is. Do you see what I'm
Understood.
saying? Yeah.
Understood. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. And then I will move to here and take my last hit on this guy.
Okay. 13 hits, and that is just enough to finish them off. It falls to the ground, letting out a final squawk. All right, you hear deep, resounding laughter coming from the west, and you see the axe resting on his knees. The frost giant is doing a slow clap with his massive hands. Each time he slams them together is a tiny thoom of thunder, and his laughter sort of rolls along the mountainside. He calls out in a voice that doesn't need to be that loud because he's so close. Are you the Sword Saints of Phandalin?
We are.
Good. I've been looking for you. All right.
Oh, what a coincidence!
We were about to look for you.
All right. So we will leave off right there then.
Okay, so no death saves yet.
I mean, there's no need for death saves because as soon as your turn starts, Gyoza will heal
The
you.
little thingy.
Yeah. Whew. All right, guys. Well done.
That
Well
was
done.
chaotic.
I was hoping it was weaker than that. It was like lower health than that.
Oh man, you don't. I mean, even in a game without like crit cards, you don't want to mess around with the wyvern because if they do score a crit, it is so much damage dice. So much damage dice. So, but that being said, you guys survived. You have discovered Harshnag, or Harshnag has discovered you. I'm not sure which it is. And yeah, I guess we'll find out what happens next week as we kind of move on from there. We may have to say that Karak felt bad about leaving you guys behind and doubled back or something. That way he could be in on the action because, you know, you guys are still, what, 3+ days outside of Silvery Moon? But we'll kind of see what happens from here. All right. Anybody have any announcements or anything before we adjourn? I know at least one of you is running like a West Marches game. I don't know if you wanted to bring anything up about that. Conti's running a game tomorrow morning. I was going to hop on Discord/Twitch tomorrow morning and I guess answer questions if anybody had them about D&D or DMing or Roll20 or whatever. Doesn't sound like too many people are going to be there. So if you have questions, there's a good chance I'll actually be able to answer them.
Around what time again?
9 a.m. to like 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So
What day?
tomorrow
Sorry.
morning.
Okay.
Like yeah,
Cool.
like 7 hours from now, basically. Yeah, I know it's like last minute, but I don't like. Yeah, I figured I was home. I was gonna go on a hike, but it's gonna like rain, so I'm just gonna be like I'm gonna be up anyways. So, yeah.
I know it's no 25-hour gaming session followed by a whole other 3 hours, but I have been up for 23 hours now. So
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
I got to go. I know this is the group where this doesn't matter at all. It doesn't
Yeah.
compare, but I gotta turn in, guys. So I am going to sign.
Oh,
off
okay. Yeah, speaking of which, I was trying to gauge some dates for Extra Life. If anybody didn't get to participate last year, it's like a lot of fun, I think. I don't know. It's hard to remember sometimes. But in the moment, I think it's fun. So I'm definitely going to be running one in November. I'm debating whether or not I'm going to run one over the summer or not. But I guess if there's enough interest, I'll do one in the summer and then one in November. But this time around, if you sign up for like the summer one, then you don't get to sign up for the November one because I want everybody to get a chance to participate. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
so that's how I'd be doing that one. And then if you know anybody that wants to DM for 24 or 5 hours straight, I guess have them get in touch with me and I'll get them set up to do that. But if you are such a person and you want to do that, then I'll also try to get you set up with that. But I don't know. We made a lot of money last year, so it's not about topping ourselves each year, but you know, it's a nice cause and it's actually a lot of fun. So I don't have anything else. Yeah. Oh, what?
Oh, sorry about the DMing. I recently started DMing.
Okay. Okay.
My first session, my first campaign, and it's been a lot of fun.
Okay. Good.
If at that point, if you want to keep me like on a bench as like, you know, in case you're not able to find anybody, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'd be willing to try it out. Yeah.
25 hours. Hype. Okay.
Yeah. It'd be exciting.
I will write you down in my notes and we'll keep that in mind. Okay. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, because what I would do is I just clone you a copy of the Caves of Chaos, basically, and then you could just stuff whatever you want in there. Or if you don't feel like doing Caves of Chaos, if you had like a module that you wanted to do, you could just run that. Like most modules, you could do, pick out like 24 or 5 hours worth of content and just run that. So there's a lot of ways to handle it. But,
Oh yeah, the Caves of Chaos is where the fun is, though.
oh, for sure, for sure. All right, I'm gonna put this mysterious blue fella over here. There we go. And I'm Dunskies. All right, so I guess I'll see some of you tomorrow. If not, have a great weekend. And I'll catch you on Discord.
I will be running on Monday.
Oh, you will be running on Monday at 11 this time, right?
Yeah, Central. So
okay.
I think that's like noon for you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm
this Monday, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Yeah, okay, cool. I should be good for Monday.
All right.
All right.
Cool beans. All right. Night, everybody.
Good night.
Alrighty, yeah, have a good weekend.